cool. It just depends on the illusion spells that you have in question. Like for instance, if I was picking an illusionist, right? I
Mhm.
would probably pair it together um with something that makes me like viable somewhat when it comes to like combat, like in melee. Reason why is because like a lot of divinations, there's a few of them that allow for you to have like uh bonuses to like your AC and like your attack due to like, you know, just prescience or like precognitive like bonuses and shit like that. And so to take advantage of that, I'll put that together with some abjurations to like boost my AC.
Mhm.
And, that's what I would be doing in like, I guess the interim between like doing like the higher level divinations, which is like, things that affect my party members, things that affect their roles, maybe gathering information, gathering intel, especially when it comes to like a dungeon, being able to find trap doors and things like that. So being like a diviner, knowing that I have so much range, basically like anything that has to do with information and the game, I can have a spell that allows me to have access to it. I'll put myself in a position where I could take advantage of like those different aspects of the game and knowledge. You know what I mean? Because like you're gonna be working very close in hand with like your DM as a diviner because
Right.
a lot of like the really powerful divination spells has to do with you gathering information, and it's up to the DM how much information he's allowed to give you. Because that information basically is control over the campaign in a way. Like he can't give you too much because then that gives away the story. So because you're a diviner, you have access to that. But that's like I would say the pinnacle of what it means to be a diviner. But there's also the little nuances like giving yourself a bonus to AC because of a spell, that allows you to do that because you happen to know an attack is coming. But it's like to take advantage of that, you'd have to be in a position where that really matters for you anyway. So you'd
Mhm.
have to give yourself certain abilities that will allow you to be in that space to take advantage of it, which is, it's fun. It's a way that you can have fun with that. There's archetypes that can help you have fun with that. Um, so I mean that's the way I would look at it.
Right.
I wouldn't. But you are right. It is a very like niche like um school or like discipline, but they do have a lot of range within
Mhm.
that. You know, it's not so very specific like evocation. Evocation does not have a lot of range. It's like I'm gonna do damage and that's it.
Right. All right. Well, do you think that so basically what I was getting at, like for instance, I was one of the first people. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. Lewis was telling me how I shouldn't be too hasty, for instance, to let because I was trying to do abjuration that in opposition. Lewis was like, uh, "You sure you want to do that? Because like it's only you, Waylon, and Icarus, and the other classes don't really get like active magic, so like that. And you guys don't have like a real tank. So
He's absolutely right about that. Abjuration is one of those schools where it has a lot of really strong staples in it,
hmm
and so it's hard to kind of just say no to abjuration because like the bread and butter, like the basics of the game is abjuration. Like how else are you as a spellcaster gonna like put your AC up? Because you're gonna need to improve it, and
yeah,
wearing armor is off of the table for you unless you're going for a specific like type of spellcaster that's gonna allow for you to get past arcane spell failure. So it means you're not going to be wearing full plate, which means you.
Just-
But you're gonna get to a point in the game where if you do get hit, you don't want to get hit. Like, and right now we're like, yeah, if you get hit, it could pretty much, KO you because your HP's low. But then at higher level, there's those hits where, like, man, they come with a lot of stats effects or what have you, and so you don't even want to get touched. It's not even a matter of whether you can survive it; it's after. And so, at some point, maybe you'll need that AC just in case one of those situations happen. And so, the only way you can really get that is with observation, for the most part. They have like the defensive spells on lock.
Mm-hmm.
So the schools that I would exclude are like schools that are very very specific. Like necromancy is so very specific. It's not that it's a bad school. It's very very niche.
Right.
So it's not like my life depends on me being able to resurrect a skeleton, but it may depend on being able to put up a shield spell. you know.
You know what I want to do? I want to look at the spell list real quick before I finalize that. So I guess I essentially have until next Tuesday. I'll worry about that then if we're ready to go. But
Mm.
I need to look between conjuration and transmutation. Just how much of that falls into the world of Quindamir, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Like him and his especially him and his like, alter, oh, shit. So I just wanted to kind of like gloss over what your spell list and maybe even Icarus, like what spells y'all intend on taking, if it's mostly gonna be from those schools anyway, so I could feel better about having it be my opposition school.
Well, I mean, for Waylon, for the most part, a lot of his spell choices are gonna be
Can
around.
we do this next week?
Yeah,
Can our game started?
true.
Yeah, we have until next Tuesday, so I figure we'll worry about it then.
Nah,
Well, I'm glad they were talking because I wasn't ready yet.
This guy, this
uh,
fucking guy. Who sent me a
Go,
message?
go back to
Who
talk.
tagged me on WhatsApp? Give me a
okay.
second. You tagged me on WhatsApp.
messaging.
Well then,
Okay.
I thought you was ready, Lou.
this
I'm
is
all,
that.
Look out of here.
I'm
Back to
close.
talking.
I'm
Back
close.
to talking. Never mind.
I'm close to being ready. I'm close.
All
All
right.
right, never mind.
So,
Then.
so
Yeah.
to answer your question real quick, man, you should. I mean, Waylon for the most part is gonna be in transmutation as an alchemist.
I don't know why I
He's
didn't
gonna
do
be
this
in
before.
transmutation for the
Okay.
most part, just in case he needs to help out with the front lines. He's gonna have to alter himself to make himself better in combat. So transmutation is gonna be for sure.
Okay, so
Conjuration, not so much. I'm just not
okay.
gonna be calling him anything. But yeah,
What what about Icarus?
Uh, uh,
What was that?
yeah, on the spot. Like, hold on. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
What the fuck?
I would imagine that Icarus, because Icarus's
Right now,
abilities allow her to transfer energy, she's probably gonna go with a lot of evocation.
right now,
That's what I thought.
it's a lot of
But nothing
support magic, like resistance. But like once I get later levels, most of it is going to be straight evocation.
That'll be
Mm.
nice. It'd be nice to jump around with.
So support magic for the most part is abjuration and conjuration healing.
Yeah, odds are I won't be diving into that too much. I don't even. Let me look.
Yeah, so I guess for Quendemir, conjuration is open, and so is abjuration. And transmutation is open to a good degree too, because I mean, Waylon for the most part, he may be able to do the spell, but I mean, he could put them in potion forms, and that's the way he could share them with the rest of the party. But as for his own particular like magic, for the most part, his infusions, he can only drink them for himself. But he can take any infusion he has and turn it into a potion. It only takes an hour. So I can share my spells in that.
Can other people give you spells so you can make potions with them?
As long as the spell is on my actual like list, my
Okay.
alchemy list, then yeah. Because that's what we did for Mage Armor, I believe.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, I
No?
didn't have Mage Armor before. Windermere got Mage Armor, and then I got it from him. and
Doesn't
then
have to
I
be-
made potions.
If somebody else is providing the spell, you don't need it on your list.
Oh yeah, in
Yeah,
that
because
regard,
I
yeah.
got some shit I would definitely
That's right.
give you.
Mm.
I just took shield. I just learned shield that I could easily. You could easily
Oh
make
yeah.
concoction out of that.
Yeah. I guess yeah, if you know the spell, then you can help me make it because you provide
Yeah.
the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
we,
That's
are we
actually
starting
pretty cool.
soon? Or what?
Lewis isn't ready yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alright.
we're waiting on Luke.
All right. We can begin.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was the middle of the fight. Okay. And we started up back at the top of the round, so Adler, and I managed to get the change the pick out instead of the fucking shark. Had a random ass shark in there.
Shit looks.
Well, it's funny because Gorbels look fucking weird as it is, and then he made it look even weirder. Because it's like a alien version of the things that he summons from the far realm. It's like they enter the material plane when he summons them, but they just take on like they in order to, I guess, form themselves in this reality, they take on an existing creature in a creature that exists in the universe. But as they take on that creature's like form and like abilities, it's physically also it's also like physically different. Like it's like a twisted
Yeah, it's
it's
an
like a twisted
approximation.
alien asymmetrical mockery of the original
Right.
of the original.
Right.
And
He summons
especially if it's already an aberration. It's like
right.
it's
Right.
like an aberration.
Right. It's like there's two sets of aberrations we're talking about. There's one where it's an aberration that's native, so it's an aberration that's it's a part of this reality, and then the aberrations that he's summoning are like aberrations that are from the
Like
far
yeah,
realm,
like
so
alien
outside of
entities
this
and
reality.
shit.
Right.
And the term alien is alien as in like beyond the fucking like alien to this reality, not like extraterrestrial, not that kind of alien.
Right. Like
Yeah.
Mike Mythos type of thing.
Because I know we say
Like
alien a
like
lot, and I
Shumagora.
know we say alien a lot, and it's like the first thing that comes to our minds is alien, not of this world.
Like different planet. Nah, it's
Like
like
extra, like yeah, like different planet, extraterrestrial. Like no, like not extraterrestrial.
extra dimensional. Or like Shumagora type shit. And so Nickel Smack is there. I might as well take his turn first, or its turn first. Live eye stack and has the bite. And if it succeeds with the bite, then it gets the grab, right? Bite and grab. Yeah, Global can bite a grappled opponent as a swift action with a +4 attack roll. Alright, so this one was down. I guess Roth dropped it.
Did he?
Because it looks like it's down, or maybe there's
Yeah,
a
they
red
shot
dot
that one.
over it. Okay.
Yeah, they shot that one.
Did I say that document in my files? Summons.
The way the music.
I wish I could designate somebody else to fuck with the music.
Yeah, right. Because I've got some lit ass shit right now.
Yeah, I wish you could. But...
All right, Lou. So the Gorbo fly
Well,
over
you gotta
here.
send it to me so I can add it to the jukebox.
Right.
Yeah,
Yo,
whatever.
this is
Which
the
is
most
what I
ugliest
did with
encounter.
I
This is
did that
so
with
much interfering.
I did that with
Mm,
Pachata when he put up the Sophia one. I uploaded
Oh
it.
yeah, right. Lucian killed this guy.
Fucking hell. That's why I sent it.
Yeah, it was that touch AC.
Yeah.
yeah, that goes too.
What
In
the fuck is
here?
going on? I don't know why I can't.
No, it's not in here. Fucking hell. Okay.
Yes.
Let me open this document and hope it opens.
Love. I did 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. So the Gorbel, the alien Gorbel, does it have a full attack? It has like Thought I had multiple attacks. I don't know. I'm
It
trying.
does have multiple attacks, but it had to move. It had to move just now, so it won't be able to do multiple attacks. It'll be able to get a single off on
It
this
did
one
have to
block.
move. Where is it?
I moved it over here
Oh, you moved
on this
it.
side of the pillar.
Oh.
So I was assuming this is the pillar right here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it came around this
Well,
side
well,
of
not
the
a
pillar.
not a pillar. More, it's just like a section of like
Stalagmite.
stalagmites and stalactites that are hanging so low. Some of them are connecting with the stalagmites.
So the bites at +3.
Well, if it's flanking, it's got another.
So +5.
If it's flanking, well, I guess it would be just flying level. It would be flying level with it. So yeah, you could give it another +2.
Nice. +5.
Gorbel grab, it has a grab and bite.
And if the bite succeeds, then it could if the grapple succeeds, it can bite as a swift action with a +4 attack bonus.
Ooh. Nom.
Here, claw plus grab.
But it just went for the bite just now. Yes.
13 in the Grimlock's armor class.
Well, maybe it did hit. Let's see.
Is no, it didn't.
Dang.
Went to grab it with the claw, and it didn't pierce its the thick hide of the Grimlock. All right, so what's Adelar doing?
I is not going to be doing anything. He's gonna stay right there too.
Does that attack also included flanking bonus?
Yeah, it did.
Which one's this?
believe you are up now, Lucien.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you. You good to go? I didn't want to.
All right.
I can see this one right here, right? This
So
Grimlock down here.
Lucian's up. Yeah, you can see them all.
All right. I'm just gonna take a focused aim shot plus grit. 1, 2, 5.
Look like somebody got shot to me.
Like somebody got shot to me.
They definitely within 20 feet, so somebody got a hole in their ass.
Yep, roll that damage, and they did focus shot. So that'd be
Plus my
1d8
modifier
plus
is
5 points of damage.
That's full damage.
Well, you get
Unnecessary.
That's the damn character.
Good stuff.
blow his face open. You get to keep that grit point.
Pause.
Hey.
I am blowing his faces open. Oh, that's, that's jail talk.
He's out of here.
And
It
Lucian's
lays
just
dying
taking
in a
these dudes
pool
off
of
the
blood.
map, son.
man. I'm not even getting a chance to like use my sacrificial power. Let's do Lucian snatching up all the grip points, man. I need you to understand we're both on a point system now.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
keep
All
taking
right.
all the
You gotta
kills,
eat.
bro.
You gotta eat something.
Damn,
I'll
man,
leave it.
let me eat too,
I'll start targeting. I'll start targeting better. My fault. I'll start aiming for like kneecaps and shit.
I mean, I got you when I kill. Fuck
Lou,
you.
as far as like when I call a shot, I can't do that yet. Can't do. Can't.
Dope.
Called shot. You could do one.
Don't you get?
I do, right? I could get one, right? It would take like concentration or some shit, or take a round. Or...
I'm not. Hold up. I'm not.
Really about to run up on this Grimlock.
I'm not used to using the rules for that. It's
okay.
So let me look at it. Making a called shot would be. Let's see, aiming at a particular shot on the body. It's a single attack. It's a full round action. It cannot it cannot be combined with stuff like a charge or multiple attacks or vital strike. So it's one attack, it's a full round action. And it just depends on how difficult the shot that you're trying to make is. It could be easy, tricky, or challenging.
Gotcha.
If it's an easy location you're trying to shoot, you get a -2 penalty. If it's a tricky shot, like a smaller area, like somebody's hand or even their head, that'd be like a -5 penalty. And
The hand and the head are the same. The same.
Just wait till you get to level 7 and you get that as a class feature.
Right. Targeting.
Well, targeting shots still different from cold shots. Although targeting shot would be like targeting shot has its own stuff going on, and you don't have to. I don't think you have to worry about the penalties.
No.
Yeah. Nah. Not
And
at
then
all.
the challenging shots would be things like trying to shoot, that at an eye or fingers. That's a -10 penalty. And then
Gotcha.
the almost impossible shots have a -20 penalty.
What type of shots is that? Like a finger?
Like between a crowd in his eye socket.
Right.
Between the eyes?
Like if it's a multiple-eyed creature and you're trying to shoot a particular eye on it or something. I don't. Like if you were fighting a beholder and you were trying to shoot at like the eyeball on an eye stalk, at the end of an eye stalk, with that shit flailing around all over the goddamn place.
I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know they had rules for that.
The call shots.
Let me hit it with a true strike. We don't have to worry about it. It just
Also,
balances out.
also ranged call shots will take double the penalty for distance. With a minimum penalty of -2 if for a target that's not within 30 feet. And if the called shots can have a chance for a critical hit and inflicts an extra effect if you do get a critical hit.
Good to know. I pulled it up. I'm gonna read it. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay. Touch attacks and ranged touch attacks made as called shots must target the AC rather than the touch AC. This represents the care it takes to target such strikes. But when you do actually hit with a called shot, there are special effects that'll happen, and it depends on where you shoot. Like if you shoot the wing, if you shoot the eye, if you shoot the head.
All right.
It's pretty heavily detailed how they do called shots, but successfully hitting one will definitely deal the damage and give the creature and give the creature like a debuff, some kind of penalty. And then that penalty is even higher if it happens to turn, if it happens to be a critical hit.
All right. I'm telling you, I'm trying to blow a caster's lips off. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, so Lucian's turn is done. We go to Sophia.
Spell blow his fingers off.
With a full movement, can I move down here or no?
I got a magic trick of my own.
And that square. Okay, let's see. I know it's
Because I know you said this counts as double or triple. I'm not sure.
It was 4 squares in here, 2 in here. Yeah, 4 squares into this one, and then 2 squares into that one.
So her full movement will take it here. Her 20-foot movement.
20-foot movement would actually get her maneuvering in here, because that's 4 squares.
Where? Move her to the furthest south that she could go with a move action.
Basically, one square down.
All right. I mean, since it's technically a move action, she could drop her weapon as a free action and draw another weapon out.
Yeah, she's moving. Yeah.
All right, so she's gonna draw her cutlass. And what armor is this Grimlock you're wearing? What kind of armor?
It appears they are wearing.
Wait,
I
killed the other one.
There's no armor. They just have a heavy wooden shield.
Okay. And weapon? I forgot what weapon you mentioned.
Morning Star.
All right. So she's gonna make an attack with a cutlass.
The cutlass. Roll attack.
She'll use the cutlass two-handed and power attack 2.
Nah. Take your brain about power. I just got that shit from my mom. Ooh.
Did that hit? I
God,
don't even know how to cap them.
That is that 22 is a hit.
Damage 1d6 plus another two-handed power attack. Oh, and it has the whetstone for +1 damage also for the one attack. So that's 3, 4, 3.
To be 1d6
plus 9.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
Plus 9. You said +9? Oh, you power attacked.
Yeah.
That's right.
Power attack, and she's using the cutlass two-handed, and then 1 additional damage because of the whetstone, which is +1 damage for non-magical weapons.
Slice him across the head and starts getting all woozy. He's disabled. He is disabled.
She's done.
It looks like it's Roth and Mockjaw's turn.
Can anyone speak Undercommon?
Yeah, you hear Alice speaking all the time.
Yeah.
And Luna too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I should have checked the language and shit. Luna and Adler. Roth, wants to see if he can get Sabuna to. Would Sabuna struggle? Can Sabuna? Well, probably can't do grapple checks unless.
Dude.
So I'm gonna have her assist. Actually, can Roth make it to like here? I know this room is like terrible with movement, but can I make it from here to here?
Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He only has
9,
4 squares
10.
of movement.
Bro, I know.
I mean, I think you could. You would just get. You provoke an attack of opportunity from the Grimlock, but you gotta
I know
move
10
past him.
languages.
But yeah, you
I
could
want to
go
go
into
from
the square that the Grimlock is down in.
go here and then here, then here. That'll be 1. I have no idea how much movement that is.
Well, I
I can
think
do
that
that.
black square that you're trying to move into is actually
The
just
the black squares are 4 squares to enter into.
Oh,
Oh,
enter.
4 squares into. Okay.
So what if I go like that? Oh shit! Switch the character.
You could do 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4 right there. Well, no. Well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying,
That's
right?
the
Like I
that's
move
the
here.
first diagonal. 1, 2,
I can't do it.
3, 4. You're talking about like right here.
That's the best I can do.
In one move, yeah.
Because it will be 4 squares. What about here? I could be flanking with
Got 6 squares.
Sophie.
You got 6 squares of movement.
That'll be 6, not 4.
Yeah. Every square is 2. The black ones are 4. Even worse if you go diagonal the second time.
I move through. You see, I move diagonal from. Hold on, let me just draw my movement. You saying I can't? You saying I can't do this?
Yeah. So moving into Mokjar square would be 2 squares, and then moving diagonally here would be 2 more squares. So right here is your 4 squares. You want to move here, that's 6 squares.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just the black square. Okay.
No, it's
Alright,
difficult. It's difficult terrain in the entire place, and then the black squares have stalactites and stalagmites that are slowing movement down even further. So those are the ones that are 4 squares.
Okay, so I would get here, and then. Oh, I know I can do. Wait, man, learn something. I could go here with Sabuna, and then Roth can just move in, right? Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we could do that. I think she'll take an attack opportunity, but she should have enough movement to do it with acrobatics, right?
You having her make a. Alright, have her make an acrobatics.
Okay. Y'all hear Roth goes, there's one left. Luna! Adela! I need you up front. Is it a jump? Is jumping in allowed?
It's just no. It's
He
not that.
said I need you up front.
Okay. Like, huh?
Sorry, so that's 7, so it'll be 15 instead.
15. Let me see. It's CMD. CMD is
I'll have Sabrina aid me. Getting failed. Dumbass. And then I would and then Rock. Oh, so wait, let's see what she does real quick.
Difficult terrain, doesn't that give a penalty to acrobatics?
Does?
I could be wrong.
It doesn't say penalty, just more movement.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
certain
seeing.
Certain movement options you can't like charge it, run.
Yeah, I thought there was, but I guess not.
Maybe you're thinking of Grease.
There's certain situations, like I know ice and scree and like certain other things would do it, but probably not this. Alright, so she succeeds on the acrobatics. She maneuvers her way past the Grimlock, avoiding it from getting an opening to attack her, and flanks. The Grimlock tries to aid you and fails, to which you respond with your attack. With an additional
He's
plus
gonna
2
drop
to
his weapon.
well, plus 4 bonus.
And drop his weapon. Actually, should he jump? I can't make him give up from where I'm at. Like, cause I'm using a long spear right now.
Oh, well then you can just attack from there.
Could I want to like attack him, but in such a way that just gets him to yield.
Non-lethal
Is that
damage?
is that a diplomacy check?
Attack him.
I guess I could just attack him and then knock him out and then talk to him afterwards. Yeah, you're right about that. Definitely.
You said, give up.
Basically. Bonus, I got flanking 2 -4.
I think it cancels out the
Alright,
flanking
so
bonus or something. So it's minus
plus
4 for
5.
to make it non-lethal. So.
Yeah, so it's plus 5. I'm just gonna roll my regular attack. Then take
It's
off.
dead.
I'm gonna roll my regular attack and then take off 2.
So 15
So it'll be
total. 15. Blocks with shield.
Oh.
Oh, he still got some fight left.
He got some fight in himself. Rock.
He's like, get this shit out of here, yeah.
That's basically what he said. Roth goes in regular common, then he goes, too stupid to give up, huh?
Oh, it's its feet.
There's no way this thing is gonna do anything.
It tries to.
No way. There's no way. There's no way.
Bro, why does this motherfucker have like monk levels? He's like the leader of all of this shit.
No.
Probably gonna drink a potion.
That's an attack of opportunity.
Yep, it's a risk.
From like 3 niggas.
It takes the withdraw action, and it can only move its speed. Can't double.
It's disabled. Can only take 1 action out.
Yeah, but it has action.
Oh wait, withdraw is a 4-round action, isn't it?
They do.
No,
Yeah, Grimlocks have natural. Grimlocks have natural spider climb.
That sounds crazy.
In this
Grimlocks?
environment.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't got spider. No, they don't. They just no. What Louis said last week was that they ignore rough terrain.
Oh, okay.
No,
So you see that
Yeah, they're so familiar with their area and they've been in here for so long that they're not affected by in this area.
In this area, they got
Okay,
affinity for that.
that's what I was mixing
Yeah,
up.
and like these caverns, like I think Patron said, he's like home turf advantage. You take them to
Right.
you take them somewhere else. You take them to another cavern they haven't been to. Yeah, they're gonna be affected by the.
They can be stubbing their toes and shit.
Yeah. Withdrawing is it's a 4-round action. So they can't even.
You're thinking about Star Wars Saga, that it's like a move action or a standard
Oh, here it is. Restricted withdraw.
or withdrawal.
If you are limited to taking only a standard action, you can withdraw as a standard action. Okay. In this case, you only move up to your speed, and not twice your speed. No, it's taking a restricted withdraw. So it avoids Froth's attack of opportunity, but now has to deal with mock draws and Mecklesmack. Mecklesmack.
Neck was gonna go for that tentacle love.
They both get an attack of opportunity.
Neck whips
Roth
out the tentacle.
quickly says, "Leave it alive." No,
Neck ain't
well,
trying
he's
to
gonna
do
say
that.
he's gonna say that for whoever else gets it besides Mockjaw.
Nah, that's not Neck.
And
Neckle
then,
got
That necklace shit's gonna eat that shit.
the taste for terrestrial.
He was just telling you. He was just telling you he was need to eat some shit. He's definitely gonna eat that shit.
Neckle like,
Damn.
nah, bro. Is he
Nah.
Neckle intelligent? Yeah.
He's like-
Neckle ain't intelligent.
Yeah.
He like, if I don't do it, then Lucian's gonna take him out.
mhm. I hear someone talking.
The Xbox.
Xbox.
Huh?
What about Xbox?
I heard that.
Hear it, I want to hear it.
So, Neckle has
The
that
bite, the 15
with the
was a miss.
Miss.
Jumped away from the
plus
bite.
3.
And then we got Mecklesmack with +3 bonus. 1d20 +3. One d20 plus fucking 3.
Wow.
Wow, Mecklesmack is.
Let's
Let's see if it's a crit. Mecklesmack just fucking
Let's see if
plucked
it's
its
a
fucking.
crit.
Tried.
It's a
Hungry.
crit
Had-
or a
had-
crit threat?
Had no eye
Not a
to.
crit
Had
threat?
no. Had no eye
There we
to.
go,
Had.
that's a crit.
So
Yeah, Lou, explain this alien, how you wiped out of this shit.
Yeah.
you see this alien Gorbel creature and what kind of looks like a crazy looking claw, lobster like / tentacle, a lobster like claw at the end of like a slimy looking tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking it strikes out, and where normally
looking good.
where normally it would have he basically ran head first. If it had eyes, it would have had an eye gouge, but
Nasty
ran
flesh.
fucking head first into the incoming fucking claw that shot out towards him and hit where its eye would have been and pierced through the leathery fucking gray flesh sac covering where the eye socket would be and shoved it fucking right into shoved it through, knocking it to negative HP.
Oh God. 17? Jesus
Roth
Christ.
says.
Chill out, bro. Chill
Yeah.
Roth
out.
says.
Brains out.
And it makes like the little alien, some strange fucking fucking
Death cry.
no, like a alien little fucking like chittle.
Oh, oh, here's better. I thought it was the other thing. I thought it was the other thing.
That's just licking the brain matter off the end of
Brainworks
it.
is so crazy.
Eating,
Eating
eating some KFC.
Why do I
Finger looking
understand
good.
what he's talking about? That's what gets me so
Oh shit.
mad. So
Yeah.
so Roth is like, mm, that one's definitely not getting back up. Looks to his feet, and he grabs the one at his feet. He grabs it by its freaking back of its head, lifts it up. These things probably aren't that heavy for him, and looking at it to see just how it's like, see if it's still breathing, and is it still breathing?
We'll see. Roll damage for the gore bell, which would be 2d.
The one that's near me, not the one he crit. The
Oh,
one he crit, I'm
okay.
assuming is dead. I'm assuming that one is dead. The one near
The one
my-
near you.
screen.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I could
still.
have sworn that one got
Yeah,
hit
it's still alive.
once
It's dying,
by a bullet.
but it's still
Okay.
alive. I don't think it
Um,
hasn't stabilized yet.
Do I have like cure minor wounds, 1 HP? Why I don't? That's crazy. Luna!
Yes.
This one. Puts manacles on it, kicks his weapon aside, drops it at the mouth of the tunnel that Luna was at, and he goes we're 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 wandering around in their territory. Good idea. We can get some information out of them.
Do I know how intelligent these creatures are?
From your fat fucking knowledge check, yeah.
Didn't you give us the info on the Grim?
They actually got.
We got it from Feldrick.
What's
Yeah.
their likelihood of talking?
They
is
got
what I'm trying to
yeah,
figure out.
We got-
They typically have average intelligence, average human intelligence. Yeah.
Hmm.
In fact, don't ask me. Ask your own knowledge check, though.
There we go.
And we also got a lot of information from Feldrick on the
Yeah, remember you?
on them as
Remember
well.
you rolled it. He rolled a 26 or something on Grimlock's Luna.
Hmm. All right, let's see what we can get. Luna does say, "I'm not sure we're gonna get much out of them. But I guess we can try. But I'm not too hopeful about it."
Well, luckily for us, all things understand fear because fear is a primal thing, and nothing is as primal as it gets when it comes to these Grimlocks. It's still a little fear, and it should work out just the same.
Hmm. So she will go here, and I'm not casting a heal spell on that. That's fucking ridiculous.
No.
I will use my ability to stabilize as a standard.
Stabilized.
So since we're saving
But
this
if-
one,
but
it's
if-
okay if the rest of them.
But it's gonna be a long time if you're waiting for it to wake up naturally.
I
Why
thought you had like a minor healing ability.
I could
Like
use a heal check, but
You don't have
He's
cure
good.
minor wounds.
So he could do heal check to treat deadly wounds. But that's not gonna guarantee bringing it up to 0 HP or more.
And I'm not about to waste a whole cure light on him. I'm just not.
In fact, let me see.
I know.
Let me see if he even stabilized originally. Oh, okay.
You have to roll for stabilization.
Actually, I'm making the wrong roll. I'm using the 3.5. Should be using the. Yeah, if you're negative, if you're at negative HP, you roll every round to stabilize. If you don't, you lose another hit point all the way until you die.
Even if I stabilize them.
No, I'm trying to see exactly what negative HP he's at. I was trying to see if he stabilized.
Well, as for the other Grimlocks, the ones that we're not trying to save, Adler goes to finish those off.
Luna. Luna, you have like you put ranks and heals, I think, right? Because I know you've been doing it often.
Yeah.
She will benefit from this skill trick. It costs like 2 skill points. And
Healing hands.
Yeah, that's a
Succeed
good
on a
one.
heal check made to stabilize. They can also heal 1d6 points of damage. Yeah, that's really good.
Oh shit!
Why does it keep giving me Starfinder? I don't want Starfinder.
Since you probably have the ranks already, so it will cost 2 skill points. It will cost
2 skill points to 7-1.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you actually have that skill, it's not a bad skill to have. Even if a party member gets knocked unconscious, that's a free HP right there without having to cast healing spell.
That, and since we're talking about skill tricks, you might as well get concealed spellcasting too.
Yeah, we all know who has that all the time.
That's what I gotta make. I gotta make.
Cast in people's face.
Cast in your face, like people like literally like attack opportunity. Nope, right in your face. Like what? Dude, freaking casting somatic spell in my face? I ain't even know. I thought he was scratching his nose.
Can you conceal on a gun?
You could conceal a gun. That's a skill trick for that
so
also.
He's stable.
Yeah, you got sleight of hands does that.
Sleight of hands.
No, I mean like silencer.
Oh, silence. Okay.
You would have to create that yourself, I think. I don't think that exists.
I don't think that exists.
That's like,
I mean, we can manufacture it by just casting a silence spell.
Wait, hold on. A silencer for the. There's an equipment for that.
Yeah, there's a D20 modern, probably D20 modern.
No, there's a item attachment for that.
They got silencers in the Renaissance age. I mean, well, medieval age, like we're at. I didn't even know that's such a thing.
Maybe it's alchemical.
It's just a muzzle brake. I mean, I could.
Yeah, I saw it recently. It's not.
It's a potato.
I didn't know skill tricks existed.
It would really be a
you didn't know skill tricks
I didn't know they existed. This opens up a lot.
Yeah.
What does?
Skill tricks?
You know, skill trick. I didn't know they existed. Didn't even know it was a thing.
It costs
you
Here,
I'll send you a link, Antonio.
You meet the prerequisites. It costs 2 points to buy it, and it works once per encounter.
Or once per minute out of combat.
Even Roth has one skill trick. I think he has like Monster Hunter or the one that gives you like +5. There we go, Collector's Story. Roth has that one. You could get Collector's Story, let's say, in knowledge, since you have Knowledge Arcana. So if you try to identify like a Arcana-based monster, like a dragon, whatever, displacer, you could get a +5 extra bonus. Yeah, I thought you knew about skill tricks.
No, I never heard of it.
There was a skill trick I got with a Matsugi. That's how old
You're welcome.
There's a skill trick I got with a Matsugi where basically it'll allow you to like get up as a swift action without provoking attack of opportunity. And I think there's one that will allow you to flip behind your opponent and they'll be considered flat-footed. There's a lot of really good skill tricks. Yeah, I think he's
With
using a tumble check
concentration.
to
Oh,
make him like
Yeah, Claudius had that one. Swift concentration, concealed spell casting. You know, I'm sure you probably remember him using those things many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
yeah, just woke up.
Take either a chimney where you can brace
I'm gonna
against
save
upper
this. This
wall.
wild.
Skill checks are especially good for like the people who get a lot of skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get a lot of skill points.
Yeah, like intelligence
Mm-hmm.
based characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rogues.
I get 7 too.
Man,
I get 7.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Holy
silencer. Craft
shit.
DC 20 costs 3,000 gold pieces though. Skill tricks. D&Dtools.org.
yeah.
Well,
So this
I gotta send the
channel,
I gotta send the file for that because there was a Dragon magazine that had like 6 more.
There's more.
It was a Dragon magazine article. They had like I think they added like 6 more skill tricks, something like that.
Really?
oh really? That's dope.
Wait,
It was a long time
We're
ago.
gonna
Yeah.
have to send that after
Nice.
this. Yeah.
I'm always surprised
Yeah.
when there's new material for fucking.
send that right away.
Yeah, because the only one I remember is from Complete Scoundrel.
To be honest, Antonio, when I saw you like from level 1 and 2 that you were like putting ranks in healing and then getting a healing kit, I thought that you were actually gonna get this healing hands.
Oh,
I didn't know that you were not aware of skill tricks.
Yeah, I would have gotten this earlier.
Yeah, every time we have downtown, for example, like before you even use the cure like wound, boom, that, and then long term heal. That's a whole bunch of healing we all get.
Man.
All those tabs you got open, you need umbrella for us.
It's not too late. We just started. It's not too late. We just started. We're level 4 and
Right.
you didn't know. So there you go. It's
Yeah.
not too
Right.
late.
Yeah. We had like 13 tabs up.
We just got level 4 if you want to change your mind. No, just kidding. Let me stop.
Can I change? No, let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah, I'm this guy right here. I'm coup de grace here.
We'll do it next round. Next level.
Damn.
Does
Let
what?
me write that.
This one right here, I'm coup de grace him and sacrificing him to the
Hey,
pain.
you guys see Adela doing some crazy fucking cultist shit. I don't know how your group, your alignments and all that other shit feels about that.
Excuse me? What's
He's
up?
doing
Boy,
what?
it's neutral. You know, I don't give a fuck. As long as he ain't summoning undead, I'm just. He don't give a fuck.
Rolf is like, is it
Lucas-
necromantic?
Nah,
I'm fine. I don't
Nah.
care.
Nah.
What's happening right now?
Yo, Adela, you so lucky to have someone like Roth watching your back. So that's all I'm gonna say. He watching you.
This
do
would
the most
what he's doing
craziest
would
shit,
what he's
summoning
what him
demons from
what
across the fucking
I did not
multiverse.
summon a demon. I never summoned a demon.
It might as well be.
no, he's like I don't summon demons. I summon things that are far worse.
Right. I summoned a higher life form.
He called it a higher. Anyway, if anything, this should unnerve the paladin.
It does actually.
Yeah,
She's
Luna's
like,
kinda-
it does. Hold on. I gotta see how I'm gonna go about that.
Oh shit!
Luna
I-
kind of leans
You done
in
triggered. You done
and
triggered
she
the
like
valley.
hesitantly goes.
Well, I'll say. Well, which one did he go after? This one over here. Where's the fucking third one? Did I take him
The
off
one
the
with
map?
the orange dot is awake right now.
Where's the
I
third
thought that
one?
was the one that you guys were interrogating.
Oh, the third one's up here.
And I'm definitely trying to do that.
Was the orange one?
Oh, that's right.
Great
I
one.
hold on. I moved this one out the way, so, but it's actually There was 3.
Is
Missed
it?
that.
Which one? This one?
So he went over to this one and did it. I don't think he hasn't done it to this one yet, or has he?
No.
So Fila goes like,
What
Adler,
gather?
Adler, what is your creature doing? The Grimlock. They've been defeated. There's no need for this. It's almost like you never seen like this like facial expression from before, but like disgust. Like, stop this at once. It's bad. They fell in battle. We should not defile their corpse. They died.
Defile their
They
corpse.
di- they died like warriors.
He turns around and you can see the summoning symbol on his forehead is like glowing. It's like pulsing. And he turns around and he has his dagger out from killing this Grimlock. It was defile their corpse. They're not corpses. This wouldn't work if they were corpses. They're dying. So either you're going to leave them to bleed out or you're going to kill them.
It's one thing, but you're devouring your creature's devouring their corpse.
What? Oh. Well, I don't understand. It's a living thing and it's eating. You eat things all the time. No one's getting mad at you.
It's a summon. Send it back to its from whence it came and let it go eat back in its home plane of existence. Dismiss it, or I'll dismiss it for you.
Roth kind of steps.
You
No,
see
goes,
that? You
no,
see
Roth
Sophia. You see
falls
Sophia while
over.
Roth is talking. You see Sophia. You know, starts walking towards the creature with her sword out, looking like she's about to attack it. Go ahead, Roth.
Roth calls out to Sophia and he goes.
You see Lucius step.
He goes. Kind of like a low guttural, like, grunt. He's like, and he's like, there's no, what's the matter? Whether you kill it or he kills it, hell, even if he eats it, what's the difference?
Thought that she looks at Roth. I thought once, I do not know much about your faith, but I was under the understanding that followers of Kellenvor, they make sure that the body left behind does not get what's that word?
Desecrated?
Desecrated, correct. Whether it's by vile necromantic magic or this, she points, whatever this is. I'm surprised you're okay with this, Roth.
Roth starts
You being an embalmer and all.
petting Mokja, and he goes, and what's the difference when Mokja hunts and eats her prey? Am I supposed to prevent that body from also being desecrated?
So
What
let
am
me get
I,
this. So let me get this straight.
druid?
Do you feed her people? Do you feed her elf, humans, dwarf, intelligent creatures? We might have our differences with these Grimlocks, but these are sentient, intelligent beings. They're not cattle. They're not pigs. They're not ducks. There's a big difference.
From what I'm looking at, this creature looks like it's not eating to survive. Mokcha's different.
I might not be a sorcerer or a wizard,
Actually,
but I do understand.
Did you ask? I bet you don't even know what you're looking at. I
Actually,
damn sure don't.
What?
that
Look,
Gorbo,
it's
that
missing
Gorbo
his
is
arm.
Asking Adalar before assuming the worst.
to answer that. Michael Smith
Ask?
actually is a living.
What do I need to ask? I'm witnessing this abomination here. Look, a leg is gone. An arm is long. What are you talking about? She goes and kills that creature if it's still like feeding.
I think it's interesting that you let your revulsion
Rock's
facilitate
eyes
actions
narrows
of
at you
vengeance.
when you do that.
You let your revulsion get the better of you, and you're allowed to facilitate violence on this
It's
creature.
not
What
a.
if it
It's
what
not
if
about
it doesn't
revulsion,
attack you back?
Mr. Varn. It's not about revulsion. This is just dishonorable and foul act. It is my.
It's
It is
a
against my
hungry
code.
creature.
It is against my code to let such an action take place from a defeated foe. Even if it happened to you, if you fell in combat, and I see our enemies try to feed you, even if it means risking my own life, I will not even allow that to happen to you.
So you would attack ravens that pick at the bodies of the fallen on a
Yes, I
battlefield?
would. I would, and I will make sure that my fallen comrades gets a proper burial. And then she shot a glance at Roth, which I thought my esteemed colleague here would do the same, but apparently that's not the case.
Well,
You said your comrades. These Grimlocks are not my comrades. And he rises to his feet.
They fought bravely nonetheless, and they die like warriors.
but they're
No.
not warriors.
No.
They're cannibals.
they-
They eat other sentient things, and now they're being eaten by something. I don't
Garrus
understand what
was
the problem is.
honorable. Kenla, but I forgot her name, was honorable. Those are enemies that should
All right,
that I would not seek to see their corpses defiled. What's his name? Lamb?
So it's subjective.
The boy
What are
from
you
early
talking
that we did in the
Brom.
Whispering Camp in the Whispering Camp.
Brom,
Brom?
Brom.
Was it Brom?
Yeah.
are you talking about the goat or the boy?
No, the
Oh.
ghost kid.
Oh, the ghost
Alice,
kid? Oh,
Alice,
Alistair.
Alistor. Yeah.
Alistair Farm.
yeah.
Alistair
Farm.
Farm. Lamb.
Land.
I think it's Lamb.
Alistair Land.
Darn.
Alistair Lamb. These are
Land.
the
Yeah,
ones that I am concerned with, and others that fall in battle, and their loved ones seek proper burial. These Grimlocks are not exactly my concern. In fact, I decide who I choose to receive the benefit of the Temple of Kelambor and our services.
You decide? Isn't it your deity that sets the edits who you should do it to or not?
Are you claiming to know the ways, the tenets of Kelambor?
No, but I do claim to have general knowledge of all the deities of this world. They set the
Please.
rules, and the clerics passes it on to their congregation. I'd never have heard of a follower of a deity that decides what liturgy to follow and which liturgy to ignore.
And
That's the
you
first.
are not familiar with the Inquisitors of Kelambor. Paladin,
Oh, I'm gonna need you to come.
the last thing I'm going to stand is you telling me which tenets that I must be abiding to. I'm sure I don't hold you to every tenet of yours of Mistra. You forget yourself, Spellmason.
No, I do not forget myself. And I'll change the topic. That is your faith, and I do respect it. But I do also expect that you respect my that you respect
Personal preference.
no, that you respect also my code of honor that I adhere to.
Your
If you're
code
gonna
of honor.
if you're constantly
Your
gonna offend,
code of honor
if
does
you're constantly
not.
gonna offend, what was that? I didn't mean to cut you
Your
off.
code of honor seems to be the only thing you intend to be. Your code of honor is the only thing you seem concerned with. That oppressive nature you paladins wield nonchalantly. Well, he wouldn't say nonchalant. You guys wield without regard to the others around you is what's gotten you backed into a corner with your friends.
No. It is our adherence to the it is our adherence to the leaders of good and law that keep
Spellmason,
chaos
do
at
not
bay.
Spellmason. Your only person right now who seems to be caring about themselves more than anyone else is you. You have an issue with Adela and his ways, and you decide on your own to mete out your own sense of justice?
Roth, why don't you let Mr. Vaughn speak for himself?
He has
Since-
been. And out of
My
all of
issue
us
is-
here,
My
he's
issue
been
with
oppressed more than any of us.
by
I
whom?
myself come
Myself?
from a background that's far more destitute and savage than any of you here.
I wouldn't.
And the
say
last
no,
thing
but-
I would do is sit here and watch someone oppress comrades of my own.
What am I hearing? How am I oppressing Adler? Because I don't let him indulge into having his creature engage in cannibalism? That's oppression? Perhaps we don't have the same goals in mind. Perhaps we should not be working together if that's your philosophy.
Perhaps we
Maybe
shouldn't.
maybe we made a
Perhaps
mistake.
we shouldn't.
Wait
Then.
a minute.
This man almost choked on
Maybe
his
I
drink.
should have never invited you to join us.
Ophelia, wait.
Invite me? Ha! Spellmason, you don't seem to understand exactly where you are. And he steps towards you. Kind of like, not aggressively, but he steps towards you like as if this is the first time you probably have seen Roth like kind of seem like he bigger than he normally is. It's a presence that typically his enemies
intimidate check,
see him
motherfucker.
doing it to other people.
And as you do that, as you do that, and you do
Well,
intimidate,
he's immune to fear. I'm not
you know.
intimidating you.
Hold
I'm
on,
not.
let me role play. I know that. No, let me role play that. But you don't know
Okay.
that. You don't know that. Let me role play that.
I do
So
know.
as you do that,
I've seen it.
and you walk, towards her, like emanating your personal like intimidation. Sophia stands her ground, looking at you without a flinch.
So
Without flinching, there we go. But obviously, but she's not like looking at you like in an aggressive manner either.
You forget your place, Spellmason. He looks deep into your face and he says,
What do
You're
you mean
talk-
by that? Because I'm a woman?
oppressing.
Because
Yo.
you're a woman, it looks like you're oppressing me. Just because you're a man and stronger than myself physically does not give you any right to tell me what I can and cannot do. Who's really being oppressed here?
Mr. Mecklesmack is being oppressed. I think he's just hungry.
Indeed. Indeed.
These creatures. You are.
Hey, Mr.
You are
Mecklesmack,
very-
there's one tentacle up like that in the objection.
I think he's dead. I think he's dead though.
it's dead.
Yeah.
So Roth goes
Yeah, it's definitely that. Either Adler dismiss it or Sophia definitely stroke it down. I mean, she wasn't gonna let that shit fly.
you would have to strike it down.
Roth says
Dismiss it.
Roth,
Oh, you dismissed it. I was
Roth
gonna
kind
say you
of
got about
he
3 minutes
looks at
left on.
Nah,
Yeah, he would have let Mecha Select live his life, man. Because otherwise
Well,
Mecha
he
Select
would
could
have. It would have
walk out
died.
with
It would have just went back. But
right. But I'm
it
pretty
doesn't
sure
die.
Mecha Select likes
Even
to be in
even
like a
even
new
so
world.
even Sophia knows that because she has knowledge arcana. She knows that your creature will not die. It will just go back to its
Right.
plane. She knows that also. So she would not even feel remorseful of like striking it, killing it, because she knows like inside she's not really killing it.
Right.
Roth tilts his head at you when he sees that you're now you seem to be under the impression that what was it that you did? You started like laughing or agreeing that
Who's laughing?
that the creature was being oppressed, or was that out of character?
No, I said that in character.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I was like, hold up. And Fatardo was laughing about it.
Oh
He's
no,
like, yeah, he's a
I was
kid.
laughing. I was laughing at a character. Sophia been serious this whole time.
So
She is not.
serious. All right,
She is not
so
laughing. She is she is deathly serious.
so
She feels like there's things that the party is. You got sense motive, right? She feels like
Code of
the party.
conduct get kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
the party's doing things that is egregious, that goes against what she stands for in her code. So,
cutting
but
down our enemies and
go like
feasting
listen.
on their bones is
All right,
not really
so
Yeah, it's
against
the
Sophia,
my
feasting of the
code.
it's the
It's
feasting of
Sophia,
the
only
bones
against your
part.
code. Is what I'm
Sophia,
saying. You're the odd man
Sophia,
out.
Sophia steps back a little bit. She reflects a little bit. She let like her emotion. She let her emotion, take a little bit of over her because she was like infuriated. She didn't expect that, but then she's like, goes back to her root, to her training, and 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 she chooses to like change tact a little bit, and she addresses both. She looks both at Adler and also Roth, and I'm like, I'm not trying to change anyone here. I respect everyone's individual
Oh,
right. However, that I'm gonna be honest, Mr. Adler, I I took great offense for that, from that action that you commanded your creature, to do.
Hmm. Well, I didn't mean to offend you, but
I know you did not. That's why it's unfair how I reacted. It was very immature on myself, and I do apologize for that. But now that matters in the table, if you could please refrain from this action, this sacrificial um course that you're taking, I would like greatly appreciate it. Of course,
there,
I'm not obligating you to do so, but it will mean a lot to me.
hmm, well, I want to, but the larger part of me, the honest part of me, doesn't want to, and so I won't.
I'll
It,
do
it,
it.
It's
it muffled a little bit. I didn't understand what you said, like the last part.
He said, the larger part of me doesn't want to, and so I won't. This is something that I've now stepped into, and it feels good. It feels like me. It was something that was given to me. I've suffered for it, but now it doesn't so much feel like suffering. Now I'm starting to understand it. What I what I can do now.
What do you mean? I'm confused. When you see a creature being devoured like that, a humanoid that looks like human, does that like gives you like pleasure? Do you get gratification from that? She like looks at you
No,
puzzled.
it's not.
She like
It's
really
not
means the
a.
question. She's not like because she doesn't understand.
No, I'm not talking about anything emotional. what I did was actually do a ritual that opened up the channel between myself and the Pale Lady. It's a channel of power that actually sits there waiting for me to use it. The death of an enemy serves as a spark for that power. And when I next use my ability to call forth a creature, I can call forth that creature using that power that I stored. So you see, it's actually a part of who I am. And so not doing it means I would have to be less of myself for you.
Okay,
I've been
fair,
here.
fair,
I've been here
fair,
long enough.
fair
Before
enough.
level smoke.
I have a question. So if we were fighting human warriors or human village enemies of ours, will you also, you being yourself, assume I'm not even part of the picture, I'm not even there, will you still do the same actions you're doing with this Grimlocks to other human beings or even elves that happen to be your enemies?
Well, why not? Why wouldn't I?
She's in shock. Wow. Okay. We we definitely have we definitely have different outlook in life. That's for sure. You know, human beings just like elves and even Grimlocks, are they wicked? Are they evil? Yes. And I'm even able to detect the wickedness. Nonetheless, they're intelligent. They have culture. They have traditions. They also have children. I just uh I just have a hard it does not comprehend to myself how someone could like disregard life and not value it.
Ludo,
So
Well, I think you're a little. You may have. Okay, so in the last battle that we had, you do know that there were cultists that fell, and they didn't exactly live. Maybe some of them didn't bleed out, but some of them definitely did, and some of them were killed in battle.
yes, but they chose to fight. Once they decided to strike at us, they became warriors. And though wicked is their way, and so are they deluded, but they die with honor.
That's
That's the
not
difference.
true, sir, ma'am. Sorry. Uh, those were cultists. They were people that got talked into joining for reasons that they weren't truly given the truth about, and then they joined. Some of
you
those
hear
people were
Rock laugh in the
normal.
background.
There were some of those people were normal like
Somebody said
commoners.
die with honor.
And they weren't warriors, but they put themselves in a position where their lives were on the line and they fell. And when we left that place, some of them died, and you didn't bring up much of a fuss about that. So I don't understand the difference between.
Most of them did not die. Most of them actually escaped.
Well, I personally have seen my sworn kill at least two of them. So
You did. I personally did not kill any cultists because I know they were civilians. But again, I don't judge you.
Matter, Sophie.
Again,
It doesn't. He interrupts. It doesn't matter,
okay.
Sophie.
Again, but I don't judge you for killing them. They did
The
strike at us.
ones that died.
And one of them
Are
even
you worried about their remains? Are you going to grab every body that we've stepped over in this place and give them all a proper burial?
no,
Friends
but they're
foe alike.
no. We should let nature take its course.
This is
If
nature.
if an enlarged earthworm comes and devours their body, that's part of nature. That's fine.
This
If
is nature.
if a wild wolf or dire wolf happens to stumble by here and devour their corpse, that's natural. But us, well,
This
not us,
is nature.
because I am not
The
partaking
strong
in this.
has defeated the weak.
And it should be we
That is
defeated
the nature of things, Sophie. There is no other twisted, religious, philosophical way you can twist the
Well,
laws
Roth.
of nature.
Well, Roth, if right now you were to fall in this quest and your soul moves on to Kellamore, I give you my word that I will not let Mr. Varn features devour your body. How will you feel if he did that to your body instead of us taking you to your followers, not followers, to your what would you call like your fellow like brethren, clergymen? I forget.
I'm not spending any more time on this.
So you're okay?
You are wrong and mistaken, Mason.
Answer me this one question, Broth.
And he starts to
And
walk away from you.
No, answer me this just one question, and I will not pursue this matter any further. If you were to fall, which I do not wish it by the gods, of course I do not wish it. I wish you a long life. But if you were to fall, are you okay with Mr. Varn's creature devouring your body?
What you're failing to understand, Spell Mason,
Answer the question.
is that this
Are you
isn't
okay
about
with
me.
Mr. Varn
This
creature devouring
isn't
your body?
about me. I could care less about the Grimlocks and who feasts on their bones. Whether it's the carrion that that feasts on all dead flesh, or it being these creatures that an ally of mine decides to feast on their flesh. None of it matters, Spell Mason.
It's fair to say that you wouldn't want Adler's creatures to devour your body, though.
Didn't
you're going on a tangent.
Didn't Adler just speak about Cullen and his friends and taking a finger? It was all fine then.
It wasn't fine then.
It wasn't fine then.
It was
Excuse me?
fine. In fact, yes, we were all ready to mete out punishment upon Cullen
Not for a
and his
finger.
friends.
You missed it. You missed the RP between Adler and Cecilia.
You said no, I did not. Actually, this is me out of character because I absolutely was there. I remember you saying, I'm gonna try to make sure you don't have to take his hands or anything.
Watson, what does
maybe
Ophelia
he can
say?
do something
Did
else.
Ophelia
But I'll
agree
make sure that
Watson with
he
Adler taking the
gets
finger away?
some sort of recompense for his
Sophia-
attack on
Sophia-
Adler. I remember that conversation.
Let
the
the
way
Watson
the
say
way
it, 'cause
the
you're
way it
misremembering.
ended the way it ended was it ended with no resolution still because
It was no
like
resolution.
No, there was
like
there was a resolution. What Sophia said at the end, let me refresh your recollection, was to try to dissuade you from taking a finger. She basically repeated to you,
You're
"Let
not
me be your
hearing it.
champion. Let me be your champion, and I'll fight for your honor, and I'll defeat him." And then Adler was like, "Oh wow, okay." And then I don't know.
And what
And
to say after that?
And then after that, I don't recall what you said. Like after
Right.
that, but that was
don't
After
remember.
that
Of
is
course.
after that
With that
after that is
ego,
when-
of course you don't remember.
No,
after that is
no,
when he said
she gave him an alternative. Hey, I'll fight for your honor
right
instead
and
of like going after fingers.
that
Right?
is right and
So-
after that is when Adler said
So no,
no,
Rob.
that's
So Ophelia never agreed with taking nobody's finger.
no
Let him- let
but
them
after that Adler said, well, I'm glad that you're deciding to do that.
Mhm.
Because maybe then when you go to them, you could talk some sense into them into giving up a finger rather than giving up their life.
Mhm.
So he said he was, and then I remember after that, Sophia kind of laughing it off like, well, maybe we'll talk about getting something else other than a finger. And Adler never responded back. So, like, at the end of the day, it never got, both of them never agreed on, like, what was going to happen.
Right.
Basically, what Adler was going to do was going to let
only
you
thing
talk,
I wanted to
and
thank you
then
for
if it didn't
clarifying.
get resolved with you talking, then Adler
Yeah.
was just going to go and just do what he was going to do.
Thank you, Watson, for clarifying that. Just clearing the record straight. Sophia never agreed with like Adler's plan. Let's take off
Right.
their fingers.
Right.
Thank you, Walker. That's really what I wanted to get to. So,
But Adler never
I gotta
agreed
correct
on
that.
not taking the finger.
You
So
of
might
like,
course,
not.
this,
of course,
I'm
you
not.
didn't agree.
Roth is not
Yeah.
saying that you agreed to that. So what's the difference with this? Roth is saying that
No, you
if you were
were saying
listening,
that.
if you were listening to Adler back then, right? Because that conversation got resolved until now, as far as you're concerned, and you're claiming you have heard
No,
every detail.
no.
The detail
It didn't
is
get
that
it didn't
Adler
get
is not
resolved.
about
They
to
both
let
they both
go
agreed to
the
disagree
fact
for
that
now.
if it's flesh she wants, flesh she gets. And to be quite honest, the freaking injuries that he sustained, we all were pretty damn shocked that was something that even happened.
We were,
Roth,
but she's not
Roth,
having a group thought just because you all guys were like, oh yeah, I want to eat the fingers too. I mean, take off the finger. She was not part of that group thought either. She was like, whoa, it's
how do
messed
you
up
know he
what
was gonna eat
happened.
it? He just said he
Not
wanted the finger.
not eat it, not
And
eat it.
people
Take
get
off,
maimed
take
all
off.
the time for doing wrong, so I don't understand how that's any different.
Because
Like,
we're
honestly,
the one that's causing the maiming. That was the problem.
There you go.
No. Y'all are claiming to have issues. Roth does not have an issue with that. Roth is neutral. Okay? Neutral. He doesn't give a shit about whether or not they get maimed.
He's
Especially
lawful
if they're
neutral.
attacking his
Is
friends.
he true neutral? I thought he was lawful neutral because
No.
he's acting like true neutral right now.
It does. Even if he was lawful neutral, it doesn't matter. You know
No,
why?
lawful tends to
Do
be
you know
more
why?
heavily weighted than the neutrality aspect.
You're not understanding the fact
And I'm going
that
from someone that I know that played like lawful neutral like last campaign for like 20 levels. So I
lawful
seen like a
neutral
taste
does not mean
of how lawful
doesn't.
neutral.
Is
You're
it
all
against the
about
law?
order.
Is it
You're all
against
about
the
order
law?
and law, right?
So you're saying that the law says that if someone injures you, you cannot injure them back?
No, that's vigilante. That is against the law. You're supposed to get law enforcement involved and let them do what they have to do.
That's
If
not my
you
point.
if you go out there and eye for
That's
an
not my
eye,
point.
that's chaotic good actually. That's chaotic good. Or like in Adler's case, that's chaotic neutral. He's like, wait, you hurt me,
So
I'm
I
gonna
think
hurt
the
you back.
alignment is like a shackle for you, but it's not a shackle for anybody else. And I guess the threat of losing your paladinhood has got you trying to.
No,
Like,
she's
I
not
don't know,
losing her
put
paladinhood.
everybody else
She's not.
under
She's
a
not losing.
lawful
She's
good,
not a.
like,
She's not a
framework,
threat
and
of losing.
that's
What are you
not the
talking about?
case.
She's
And
not
a
a threat of
lawful
losing her.
neutral.
How is she gonna lose her paladinhood from someone else doing some other action? You're making no sense.
Because it's obviously like if you do
No,
nothing, it's
no. Add a character. Add a
it's
character.
there
If
is.
she
All
has
right,
to do
so you're
something,
saying
her
if
oath keeps
someone
getting.
is standing right next to a paladin of Mistra and they fucking, I don't know, kill a fucking small damn child and you do nothing about it, you're telling me that your paladin is completely fine?
No, but that's the thing. She will do something about it.
Oh,
Why are you implying that she
so
will not do something about it?
That wasn't my
If
point.
a
Then.
party
You're not
member
hearing me.
right now kills, murders a child,
The
she
point
will
that,
arrest that party
which
member.
is why you're reacting so poorly to this creature eating this body. That's what I'm saying. What don't you understand?
I'm not reacting
You
poorly.
as in Sophie, she's reacting this way because she has to do something. Like, are you? You're missing why.
No.
I'm reacting the way I am because
you're adding more flame to where there
it's
shouldn't
not
be no
flame.
flame.
It's
Sophia already spoke with
your alignment.
Sophia
and
already
your
spoke to
class
Adler.
is
Listen,
causing this
Sophia,
reaction from
listen, can I
Sophia.
speak?
Yes or no?
Jesus Christ.
You've been talking the entire time.
Sophia already. First of all, this is a freaking RP between Adler and Sophia. Sophia already told.
Oh, so
Adler,
it has nothing to do with the other 8 characters around him.
Of course it does.
All right then. So what are you doing?
He already listen. Adler already knows where Sophia is coming from, and he already gave his explanation. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and he explained, but that's actually part of me. I feel comfortable doing this. You know, you and the other. He's trying to compromise. He's trying to find middle ground. The way Sophia sees Roth, it's like he's coming at her. Like, whoa, what the hell? Instead of like being the middleman.
that makes sense.
Are you kidding me? How can you be looking for common ground, but Roth isn't looking for common ground? That's crazy.
That makes perfect sense because Adler has a way higher charisma than Roth does. So so even though Roth and Adler could be saying the same exact thing, but the way Roth is going to say it is going to be easier to swallow than the way the way Adler's going to say it will be easier to swallow than the way
Right.
So Roth is just playing his charisma right now, which is. You know, he's rough. You know, he's like not going
that low. It's 14.
It's not. Oh, okay. Well, no,
that's
pretty high,
above
actually.
average. That's above average, yeah.
That's pretty high. It's
yeah.
So I thought his charisma was lower than that.
No, he just would use his
motivation.
He's aggressive. He's aggressive.
Nah,
Motivational
I don't
force
know
speaker
if
seekers is
he's
charisma.
high,
wizard.
bro.
What are you
Force
doing?
seekers is
Like,
high.
like I get it. I don't have 26 charisma like you, but it's 14. Like it's
Nah,
already
nah,
high.
nah.
Like that's
14 is
still
high.
high.
Like 14 is my
So
charisma in real life.
It's
the
like
So
point is
motivational
just that
motivational
high,
speaker
yo.
charisma.
That's bad high, actually.
all
My
I'm
bad.
saying is that at the end of the day, Roth was looking for the same kind of you know, compromise that Adler is, like Watson said. It's just that the way Roth is going about it is different than the way Adler is going about it. Hell, it's even different from the way you're going about it. But those factors that separate them all apart is where Roth is coming to the conclusions of, oh, okay, so there has to be something else here going on. That's his wisdom at play. Because and all he can see now is that it has to be your tenets as a paladin, which is causing you to be so repulsed, to react so poorly by this act. That's not something that anybody else is I don't think much of anyone else is having that kind of reaction. Hell, the three of us are the only ones that are really even talking.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty it. Yeah,
so
that's
so
pretty.
so that
That's
means
pretty
so
it.
that
Yeah.
means so the one thing saying shit, they may have an opinion, but it ain't that strong. Okay, and and honestly, you're quite simply outnumbered. Now I know you don't have a fear immunity and everything else. You don't got no issues with that, but that
I
doesn't change the
disagree.
fact
I
that
disagree. Now you're speaking for the rest of the party. There's eight
Wait
people
a
here.
minute.
no, I said that it's
You're
not a strong.
you're
I said
you're
it's
saying
not
that
strong.
you're saying that everyone agrees with Roth and Adler. Let everyone else speak if they have to speak. Don't speak for them.
I'm not speaking for them. But if you're gonna sit here and say that we're gonna take this is a matter of a democracy between like, okay, let's see what majority vote is, then do that. But I'm not gonna sit here and also say, oh, just because you're the loudest person that speaks, then what you say goes. That's absolutely not happening either. Like
That's not what she said. When has she ever said that?
You didn't say those words, but that's what's happening.
She
That's what's
basically said
happening.
in a
And
nutshell,
Roth
she
is
said to
aware of
Adler,
that
what do you
aspect of the
do?
conversation
Adler,
as well.
that offended me. I will appreciate if you don't do that in my presence. And
Remember,
Adler's
this
like,
isn't
well,
our first
that's all
time
she
that
said, really.
Adler did
That's
any
all
of this.
That's all
Adler's
she
been
said.
doing this since the beginning of the game, and Roth has
What?
always sat back and just went like this.
Coup de grace and eat a
And
creature.
let
That's the
shit
first.
rock.
That's the first time I see witness that. Well, my character, I mean.
Actually, Adler tried to do that at level 1.
He did
He
that shit
tried.
at Whispering Cairn.
At
I remember that
level
shit.
1, he tried to do that.
I remember
Tried,
that.
but did not do it.
Right.
You
Yeah,
said
it's level 1. He's
But
like
it's
still
no.
he's a baby at it.
No. You got no.
It's level 4 now. He's like,
Out of
oh, I'm doing this shit. Like,
out of character, once I would say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," but then like Lucian character will go and kill that creature. All you, I think you're like incorporating out of character thoughts that Matt has said.
No, in character.
Out of character. I
Am I
remember
mistaken, Adler? Am I mistaken, Adler?
No, in character it happened.
Out of character,
Like,
you
the
wanted
first,
to do that, but it never happened.
No. In character, remember when we went to go when we first
I'll be
our
back.
first adventure, we were
This is
fighting
good
like
roleplay though. It was bound to happen. I mean,
we got attacked by those wolves, those dogs. Remember that
The what?
that dude that's kind of like the opposite to Roth. He's like a kennel master. Remember when our first adventure we fought those dogs in that underground cave area. Okay.
What
I
level
was
were
the
we
only
in?
person that said something about
we were like level 1. So it was our first adventure. It's the kennel master. You remember? He was the one that knew Roth and he had like a whole bunch of dogs.
Yeah. In the town in Daggerford.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
All right. So there was a situation where one of them, remember, fucking Roth had killed one of the dogs, him and Sabuna, back when he was called Sabuna. They bodied one of the dogs, and he had Sabuna go and search down in a room that was right next to the room that he had finished killing the dog in. And I remember asking Lou, if Roth and Sabuna were in the area next to that dog that was laid out on the floor. And he said, no, they're all searching down the hallway. And that's when Adler pulled his dagger out and he was going to try and try the ritual on killing the dog. Roth came back out of like the hallway before Adler could could complete the act, and instead they just wound up leaving the area because we ended the game after that, came back the next week, started playing, and then we just left the area. But
Right,
in
right.
character, the
Yes,
attempt
I remember that, and I saw like Roth
Mhm.
interact, and well,
Right. And
Sophia
Roth
thinks that
actually noticed. He looked at it. He looked at the situation, thought it was kind of weird, but then just dropped it because it was, there was nothing
right,
really there.
Luna was
right.
literally the only person that said something about it because
Right.
Roth wanted to kill the wolves and she stabilized them.
Right.
She was the only person that said something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I brought it up again during the owl bear fight when the
And
owl
Luna
bear that was
disagreed with that
protecting
too.
when the
Yeah,
owl bear was protecting
yeah,
protecting its young.
yeah. The,
So
the owl bear, like, and Sophia agreed with Luna also, because she was even like, Luna, go ahead, you could heal her, and Luna even casted a spell or used the wand or one of the two
I
to
stabilized
heal. You stabilized the owl bear, right? Owl bear.
right. So the whole entire time it's been a
But
developing and a reoccurring.
it was developing. Like maybe I don't know if she was able to discern that that was your intention, but since it never like happened, she never like made that conclusion that that's what really was your
Right.
intention.
Whatever.
Well, now
So
it's
right.
culminating. Now,
But
now he's
but
actually.
now it culminated, and she was shocked because she was initially like shocked, like what the hell is? It's almost like she was frozen at first. Like she was like, even Lewis said, "Whoa, the paladin ain't gonna say shit." Even I was shocked out of character. I'm like, wait, hold on, Lewis, I gotta think.
He
I don't know what to
said
say.
that he said the only one that would be
Yeah.
unnerved, mind you, is not exactly like you need to do something.
No.
It's just
I'm
you
just
need
saying.
a little bit like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like that's
Well,
what he's really saying.
no, well, yeah. If it's something that like unnerves her, or she feels like
I mean, how could
it's
you not
not,
feel
it's
that?
not, it's not
You're
right.
never feared. So
If
how
it's
could that unnerve you? That's why he said unnerved, because it's like it's not really bothering you. It's just weird. And
well,
that's kind of
she
how like
she's
Roth
not
Roth
she's not.
has.
Listen, she's not robotic. She just because someone is fearless doesn't mean like for example that they're stupid. They acknowledge danger, and she just recently just became
Right.
fearless. Most of the time,
I'm not
she was
equating
not
it to
fearless.
stupidity at all.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, right.
equating it to just like I'm equating the reaction that like you're making it seem like as though the act that Adler was engaging in was like
Listen,
somehow
listen. If it was like, let's say, like
I
if it
don't
was
know.
like a hare, let's say like it was a rabbit, right? Just kill the rabbit, have his creature devour it, or a goat. She would not care. I mean, she would not
Oh,
that she
you
would
don't
not
care about
care.
animals. That's fucked
No,
up.
no, no. It's not
Roth
that she
cares
would
about
not. No,
animals.
she actually cares about animals. It's actually like one of her flaws. She cares about animals, but at the same time, she understands that people have to eat. It's not being wasted. But
How do you
but
know this creature doesn't need to eat?
it's a
Because it
summoning
has a
That
creature.
different plane of
It's a,
existence.
it's a
doesn't mean
summoning
they don't
creature.
eat there. That doesn't mean they don't
No,
eat.
but that's the thing that she knows that it doesn't need to eat. She knows. She has the knowledge skills
No,
not to eat.
Adler explained that no, it's not immortal. It actually does need to eat.
Yeah, in its home plane of existence, like whatever it
That's
eats here,
yeah.
not
Y'all are
in,
wild and these distinct.
Nah,
So
it's a living thing.
I
It
feel like
eats.
sometimes we know too much about the game, and then it bleeds
And it
into
kind of
like,
bleeds
See,
into
and it and
yeah.
it,
in
bo-
Luna's
and it
eyes,
bothers me because it's like I actually don't know a lot about the game, and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a situation where you know things about the game, and it's like affecting how you're perceiving things your character
to
doesn't
keep it in
actually
character, Luna
understand.
was like
no,
she didn't
no.
agree with it
If
because
I
of
want, if
Luna
I want,
having
Just
if I want
animals.
because
to
you have
make
a
sure
knowledge skill
for
doesn't mean
any of
that
my
you understand the
no,
digestive system of a
but
suffering creature from a plane that no one's even been
no,
touched.
not
It
at
wasn't
all.
even
Not at
about the
all.
Like
She don't know.
creature.
It's not even about the creature. She don't know nothing about aberration. She don't got knowledge
so let's
dungeoneering.
act like we don't
But
know
she
nothing.
knows. No, let me correct you there. You're wrong. But she does have knowledge arcana and spellcraft. She's talking about spell casting. She's going into the nuance of like summoning spells. She knows that summoning creatures, they're only there temporarily, and even if they're killed, they don't really die. They'll go back to their home plane of existence. That's all she knows. That's all the premise she's going off of. She's only observing what this creature is doing. She has no clue what's the name of this creature, what's its biology, or what it is, to be honest. So no, like she
Well,
doesn't
just
know.
to
She
get
doesn't know any
just
of
so
that.
we're all on
But
the
she
same
does.
page.
But she does understand like the mechanics, like how the creature came into being. I mean, she's a freaking paladin of Mistra, the goddess of magic. Of
Just
course, she's gonna know that.
Just so we're
I,
all
I,
on the same page, Adler basically just told the creature to execute the Grimlock that was dying
Roth
as
started walking
a
away
ritual. Just so you know.
because
all right.
he's
I,
he's
hi
like
guys.
fed up with it,
Let me
and
take
he's
center.
like
Let me
clearly
take center
realizing that
stage.
we're not going anywhere
This is
with Sophelia. However, you're aware that Roth, from the interaction he had with Adler, that Roth is convinced that this is a conversation that is probably
we need to take it a little time.
no, like Adler made the point, and in a sense lost this argument, and therefore there's no point for Roth to be a part of it anymore because the conversation that Adler is saying and the conversation that I'm saying pretty much meet. Luna hasn't said anything.
What are you talking
Lucian,
about?
did
I've
they
been
say
talking this
anything?
entire
Yes,
time.
she did. She
What
has
are you
been
talking
talking.
about?
Why are you ignoring
I
Luna's
walked
voice?
away.
She has
What
talked.
did Luna say?
No way
While
before
you were
this.
stating that, I said the reason why she was against it because the Grimlock had families.
Yes, she was
She's
against the
been saying
Grimlock
that
as
since
well.
the wolves. She
Okay,
said that
that's
since the
two.
Oh my
owlbears.
god.
She's
Calm
been
down.
saying that
That's
since
two.
level 1.
All right. What about
My
Lucian?
god.
What about Lucian?
No, Lucian hasn't said anything.
Okay.
My
Luna
nigga,
has.
my nigga, I've been skinning bears.
There we
He's
go.
been skinning bears, yeah.
I
So we got Lucian,
don't know
Roth,
what to tell you, bro.
Adler, and then we
I'm
have
indifferent,
Luna,
but I
Lucian
understand both
is
sides.
Lucian is the mysterious stranger.
Luna, and
I understand
Sophia.
both
That's
sides,
it.
so.
So
But
it's
it's a matter of
majority.
perspective, and
typically
y'all will never
Lucian
see
and
eye to eye
Timothy work
because
based off
it'll
the same
just a
thing.
matter of perspective. Your characters see two different perspectives. No, you're never gonna see eye to eye in this subject, so it's just gonna be an argument. Y'all gonna argue in circles forever.
So 3-2. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a numbers game. Roth sees 3-2, and if democracy is going to reign, then clearly there's more people that don't care than people that do care about this act. So as far as I'm concerned, you should probably let it go. And Roth is not about to engage with you anymore about it because
Say
as
it in
far as he's
character.
concerned,
Say it in character. Like
well, he
just say
started walking
really,
away. No,
I'm
that
not gonna
is him
engage
saying
with
it
it.
in character. Great to understand something. Like Roth doesn't talk usually. Like he's only
All right.
talking about the things that he feels strongly about. And if he feels strongly about like, well, I'm not gonna know about this anymore, then I guess he would do that. But I in my head, Roth would never do that. He would just look at
Lucian
you
brought up a good
and walk
point.
away.
Yes, he
I'm
did.
just going through it in this way because I feel like this is what you should grasp from the way that Roth looked at you and from what we both should know or heard
Right.
from what actually happened in character. That's why Roth walked away. It's not him just walking away because he wants to get on with the mission because I'm tired of waiting. Like no, like I don't. He's walking away because he's like, bro, like that's really what he's saying. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I think that Roth is essentially saying that you're mistaken.
I'm muting yours. Not you, Ro. I was
So feed him
I
up.
didn't hear what you said.
So
You
feed him.
mumbling over there.
So feed him up. You're entitled to your opinion. But you are right about one thing though. We do have a very important mission that we need to get done. Perhaps we should have this conversation at a later date. Maybe we're not a good fit like we thought we were.
Maybe not when everyone's hostile. That would probably be best too. That would help out.
Oh, glad you could realize we're on a mission.
All right.
And Roth
Should I take the lead or
takes
will you take the
point.
lead? She
He's
said that
like
in
way ahead
character.
of you. He's way
All
ahead
right.
of you. He's
All right.
yelling at you from like the next room.
All right. All right. So that settles that. Let's continue.
Can't stand you, Lord. I can't stand
What was that? Well, damn.
you. Do you see what he's chatting right now?
What happened?
The
Do you
kind of
see what he's-
argument that took place was
It was
in real-
necessary.
if it was an actual like if that was
No, that was good though. No, it was
no,
good.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying that what should happen is what exactly Lewis is saying. Like they should have heard us. There should be 8 niggas down here like fucking fully buffed, ready to fucking chop niggas' heads off. Because how I see it is that there's
Yeah.
no space for us to have an argument like this
I'm
right now. Like
picturing.
Roth has always been like,
I'm
and he'll
picturing.
just let the shit go because we're usually in doing something. We went down and had a
Oh.
philosophical,
I'm-
existential freaking
That
conversation about this. And I'm like,
that works to our favor if everybody just comes
y'all
and attack
are
us like what we are right now.
wilding right now.
It
Y'all
stays
are
for the
fighting
trouble.
each
It's not
other in
favor.
This
an
was
enemy's
good, though.
den. Like I don't know what y'all are thinking right now, but
This
it is
was
what it is.
godlike. It was. I like the role
Oh,
play for
that was
Scott.
you.
This
That was you.
this isn't a criticism of the roleplay. It's a
Oh, okay, I
criticism.
like
It's
this.
a
Yo,
it's not a criticism of the roleplay. I
We
love
have a
roleplay.
lawful good and a
It's
chaotic neutral. That's crazy.
context
started
of
it
the
out.
roleplay. We're
Not
in a, if we were imagine y'all going to fight Occipitus or whatever his name is, whatever the people is over there in Shackle City, and y'all guys are in there, y'all are fucking floating reverse gravity. He's freaking casting spells on you guys, and then suddenly you're like, blame them.
No, wait. I'm glad
The
you
people
mentioned
of
the.
Shackle City
Yeah.
have suffered for so long, and y'all guys just go into like this
Nah.
whole like
No. Wait, I'm glad you mentioned the
conversation
Vindicators.
about like
Hey Matt, you remember when we were like low levels for the Vindicators that
to me,
Claudius
it's like
casted this
there's a time
necromantic
and a
spell?
place for some
It was
long
from the book about
conversation.
darkness. That finger
Oh,
spell,
yeah,
his
yeah.
finger, and
Yeah,
that
I see what
offended.
I
We
was
had an
thinking.
RP that offended Valenum, and that's actually a very OP spell. And Valenum and Claudius, they had a heart to heart, and he said, "Listen, that offends me. That's evil. I mean, he's a lawful neutral knight of Elmater, and they had a discourse. And what happened there? Claudius never casted that spell ever again after that." Right, and that was like, and we were like level 4. We were like level 4, I think. After that, Claudius never, because he respected Valenum.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it was
Valenum,
Claudius
Claudius and
didn't agree
Valenum.
with him, but he respected Valenum enough
He
to not
respected
do it.
Valenum. He
Yeah,
didn't do it
I
like
Right,
right.
that's
Valenum
pretty
was
cool.
fine.
Hopefully, maybe somebody
Yeah.
will leave the party from this role play, and then we could actually
This
get along with
nigga,
people getting
this
sacrificed.
nigga.
I don't know. That would be cool if this could happen too. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Let's find out.
Or the party will get split, most likely.
Let's get split then. It is
Okay,
what
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna
Like
lie.
apparently, like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like as if like everything is always gonna work out.
I thought motherfuckers, y'all
Yeah,
like,
I was like, if
fight all
things ain't
y'all.
always gonna work out. So if you feel that strongly about it, then
I don't feel nothing about strongly. She already said her
that's
piece,
all.
and
It
I
is
learned
what
too.
it is. Not
It
to
is
be
what it is.
toxic, but
It
like
is, no, of
I
course not.
don't
Let's
care
continue.
about the
Let's continue.
problem. I care about what I care about. I can't care about everything.
No.
He's
Out
my
of character,
friend,
I don't
and
give a
know
shit.
he's been
In
keeping
character,
no.
my
In
character said what she had to say.
Roth,
That was it. Yeah.
Roth cares about Adler. He cares about every single one of the person in his party. Everyone's different though, and they should be entitled to being different. Roth is not about to sit here and be like, well, I don't like the fact you're desecrating bodies. Like the flexibility in my faith is
No, you
afforded
made
to
it.
me. It's not
you made-
afforded to
you-
you as a
You
paladin.
made
So
you made
you
a scene
can't do
when
what
I
I
was
do.
being
Is what-
raised. I was being persecuted. I'm not gonna allow
his
Adler
past
to be
life.
persecuted
his
too. I'm
past
like,
life
damn,
was
who the hell is
important.
persecuting Adler? We're just having
You
a little
are.
friendly chatter, banter
Sophie
between
is.
friends,
You
back
killed
and
his
forth.
monster. You wasted his life force that he used to
No,
cast
the
for
monster
the
is not
day.
dead. If you said that to
I
Sophia
didn't
in
say you
character,
killed the monster. I didn't say you
she will
killed the
educate
monster.
you
I
and
said
she will
that
tell
it
you
cost
the creature
something
went
for
back to
that
its
to
plane of
bring that
existence.
creature
She
into
will
being, and
educate
you
you as she has
wasted
to.
it because
Jesus.
you felt that you knew best. And I think that
Well,
that's a
that's
problem.
no. Well, that's meta thinking. She doesn't see it like that he wasted his spell. As far as she's concerned, Adler could cast a summon creature, as much as he wishes.
Oh.
From
Oh. Well, I can res this creature as much times as I want to once I get high enough level, or we can just take him back and get res. So if that's the case, then
all right,
why are we worried
let's
about this
continue,
person?
guys.
No. Let's go down. Let's go down that road.
Let's
Let's go down that road because apparently now, just because magic can solve the problem, is like why are you getting all caught up about it? Like that's what I'm trying to understand. Like you should know this, from anyone else. Like you a Mr. Paladin, right? So you know how magic works. You shouldn't be so bent out of shape that a creature gets eaten because they can always come back if someone has the magic to res them, right? So if we're gonna go down that path, let's go down that path. Don't open up that door and then now want to close it once
You're not.
you
No, you're
realize
not.
that
You-
that
you're
is
not-
actually
no, you're not. You're not making no sense. You're saying that somebody's
No, I'm
gonna come up
making
here
perfect
and
sense.
resurrect the Grimlock.
You just because we don't have the levels to do it doesn't mean that it's not possible.
No,
And
you know how rare it is to like resurrect. Clerics
Don't
don't
talk to
go
me
out
about
there
that. Don't talk
resurrecting
to me
people.
about that. Don't talk about rarity. We're talking
No,
about what's
no, no, no.
possible.
It's super
Because
rare.
you mentioned what's possible. It's
No, it's
possible
not
that this
possible.
monster can
It's not
just
possible.
get
They're low level.
summoned
They're not even
again.
considered heroes. As
Do
far
you
as they're
see my
concerned,
problem?
if someone dies at their current level, the way they see the world is final. Nobody's gonna come and
You don't
resurrect
know
them.
that. You
She
don't know
does
that.
know that.
No, you don't.
Also, so you got like powerful friends like Minsters and high level clerics that will come and resurrect.
No,
Now
because
you're making an assumption.
there's literally
They're
NPCs
low.
that you
They're
can go
low.
to
They're
right now
low
and get
level,
rezzed.
unimportant people.
If you really had the funds to get res, you can get res. It's not that hard. What
Well,
I'm
we'll let
saying
the
is that
we'll let
what
the
I'm
we'll let
saying
the
is that
DM decide
sudden
that if
all I'm
it's like
saying is that you opened the door
if
to
it's a
you
McDonald's
understanding
drive-through
how
in order
how
to clear it,
magic
you have
works.
to
So if
rest
you're gonna
on
open
it.
the door about saying that, oh, this could be solved by magic because this is just
Yeah,
a,
Lucian
it's not
left.
that serious because it's a
Crazy.
magic, it's a magic situation. Then go.
Crazy.
Then magic can also solve the fact that these things are
I left
dead
work
or
early
being
for this.
eaten.
That's
They can just be
wild.
res. Not that.
I know,
it's
right?
not-
I know, right, Lou? They got diamonds like that.
Lucian left.
Man, let's go, man.
Man, let Lucian leave. That is what it is. If he's not here for the role play, then he's not here for the role play.
That wasn't even role play, my guy. I'm sorry.
No, it's role play. But if you sit back and you let other people speak louder than you and you don't want to speak up, then that's on you. I'm not gonna sit here and act like as though I need to make sure I give other people a fucking goddamn personal invitation to role play. No. That's why I speak over people when I feel like my character is saying something because he has something to say. Now, whether or not you guys agree with my way of like role playing, that's all.
I don't think it was the role play
not
he
gonna
had a
sit
problem
here.
with. It was the arguing that happened after.
The arguing is not what happened. That isn't arguing. That was
What do you
actually
think
more or
just
less-
happened the last 5 minutes?
I'm not arguing with anyone. This is more like elaboration. It's just explaining what the hell went down. Like, you really gonna sit here and act as though like every session we're sitting here and we're spending 100% of our time in character? You're out of your mind. So I actually don't want to like even go down that road.
Like 40 minutes worth of
It's
that could have
just-
been handled in WhatsApp.
Well, people don't like using WhatsApp because apparently RP to text or whatever the hell it is not cool. So that's why we
No,
took
but
it
40
here.
minutes of that
And we
wasn't
already
role
had- and we
play.
had
40
that
minutes of
question.
that 40 minutes of that was you guys debating out of character the entire time. It was like 5 minutes or
No
5-10 minutes of role play. The rest was like all out of character.
Whose fault is that? Are we
You're the
pointing blame? Whose fault
players?
is that? Okay. And like I don't see the problem.
Well, there are some that wanted to move
Sounds
on.
like a group issue.
Yeah.
It's not.
is
It's
a
not
group
one
issue.
person's problem. All right then. So that means that's
Yeah. It's also a
we need
DM
to
issue
take
because I don't want to
responsibility.
sit here and look at all this shit either and wasting my time.
I wish we all kept it in character too, but somehow some of it went out of character, and that's what it is. Too bad. Like that's what happened. Penalize people. I don't know. Doc XP.
I think that I mean, it's gonna at some point like some of the things have to go out of character because you have to explain
Because
how.
I think
like
how we
some
went out of
things
character
can't
because
be-
everyone forgot how Adler's been doing this since level 1.
This shit.
Right,
why it went out of
some
character.
things have to
And
be
I didn't forget
explained
that.
because
I got
Something-
accused that I forgot that, and I'm like, no.
some things have to be
It's just
explained
that my
because
character never gave a shit.
some
since
things
level
have to
1.
be some things have to be explained because there may be things that happened in the past that got left out that gives
Or people
context to what's
forgot, or
happening
you
now.
was not there for the session, or you
Then
fucking was, I don't know, sleeping.
then the character forgot in character. Nobody here has perfect intelligence. Yeah.
I agree.
True.
I agree. That's why I said what I said.
Oh damn! I thought he left. That'd been crazy.
They get down the hallway yet?
Let's go. Let's go.
But
Done.
we noticed
We're
that
done.
Lucian's body went limp, and now everybody's worried why he lay on the
Sanders,
floor.
I'm here for the role play, bro. It's just y'all argue in and out of character for 2.5 fucking hours.
I feel you, bro. That's gonna happen sometimes.
I'm here for the. I'm here for the.
There's
I'm
a
here-
paladin in here
We could
telling
keep
everyone what
the
to do,
we-
and
I
I could have
love it.
sworn you
I love it though.
could have spoke up and
God.
said something
love
and
it,
joined the
though.
RP.
I
also.
bet-
I love
I
it.
bet-
I'm-
I
You don't
bet-
have to watch it.
He
happen.
did,
Like,
though.
Like
He
how,
did,
like,
though.
I want to know. Once
He
you
did,
have-
though.
Sidelines like
He did, and you
listen
and
to
then
me.
you
damn.
and then you bullied yourself back
And
into
then
an
I
out of
did say
character
so.
conversation.
And then y'all been jumping in and like the whole time. I'm chilling, dog. So
Toxic.
This might have been when I walked out the room to get a fucking beer. So
Yeah, no,
honestly,
Patron and I acknowledged that he had a good point.
You got
He
a
said that
wireless
both
headset. Shut
sides-
the fuck up.
he can
This
see
guy.
both sides. He said
I
that.
don't have a wireless headset. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah,
That's
Lucian
wired
said
right
that.
now?
He says that he sees like
He
both
saw.
sides' point
He
of view.
said he
I
saw
said
both
I've been
sides.
Yeah,
said that. I said I see
Lucian
both sides. Y'all
Lucian
are
did
arguing
That's
in
role
a
play
wild.
when he said
morality
that.
circle. Y'all
You
are
have a
arguing
wired
role
in a
player?
morality circle. Like I don't like.
My shit's wireless.
Lucian said he didn't
Listen,
care.
He said
No,
he saw
Lucian. No,
both
Lucian did
I
not
sides.
said
say
I
that.
see
Why
both
is everybody
sides, bro.
talking? Let me hear Lucian. Fuck.
I, anyway, bro.
Do you see what I mean? I'm
Whatever the
over here
case, right.
advocating for you, but you. This is what happens in regular roleplay. People
Oh,
just get drowned out, and then they go, you know what? I'm gonna just log off. Like, no, there's 8 niggas in here with like personalities. Like, you're gonna have to speak up. So if I didn't hear you, like, yell at me. I need to hear.
Antonio and I heard him.
Alright, from my gathering,
that's
from
great.
my
I didn't
gathering,
hear
the
it.
last thing I gathered from in character,
Okay.
bringing it back in character, from what I gathered was Roth and Sophia's conversation ended after she asked her last question. Roth said one more thing, and then I see him moving down the stairs. That's where everything should have stopped. All that other stuff that happened after that wasn't necessary. That could have been done in WhatsApp, and
Well, I wasn't even a part of that conversation, probably. If I was walking down the hall, that means I wasn't even a part of that conversation. And that usually happens, when someone wants to continue talking out of character about something because they want to justify why the mood has changed and the thing has gone in this direction, and they don't want anyone to fucking feel bad about it. I don't give a fuck about that. You know me. I love it when shit is just fucked up and it's in character and it happens. You know me. I don't give a damn about it. It's like, hold that.
All right, let's move forward.
So if you want to point blame, use
I
that.
I second that motion.
Let's move forward.
I second that motion.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
So on that
I said
note,
there was only mostly 2 people going at it, and the rest of us
this was bound to happen.
quiet.
so does that give me? I think it gives me what, level 1
Bound to
of
happen.
sacrificial power.
Luna asks Adelard, like, as everyone's walking away, she kind of like,
I
on
don't
a
appreciate
hush.
that my Grimlock that I had you guys try to interrogate just now we can just
he
not
never
even
he
do
never
that.
woke up. He never woke up after being stabilized.
He's still orange sitting right here.
Yeah, he never woke up. Lewis wrote for that.
No, he's stabilized.
I thought
You
Lewis
gotta-
had
wait.
him.
It was a question.
No, he's still
Nobody
unconscious.
brought him to 0 HP though.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not healing it. I'm not wasting a healing spell on that. Not.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Smart girl.
All right, just like no one's wasted healing spell on this one over here either. He just bled out and died.
That was the healing spell.
So after
That's crazy.
that,
Give me my
Aller
fucking
goes
manacles back.
and he'll do summon monster again.
As Avalon's doing that, Luna kind of like walks over to him, and like on a hush, so no one can hear her. And she goes, "Do
I
you
heard
do
it.
this all the time?
I heard it.
Do you have to do this?"
I heard it up the stairs, down the block.
So Aller stops casting and he looks over at you and he goes,
Get a high enough perception, you could.
Nigga, you better stop playing with me.
No, I've always tried, but
DC
I've never
40.
gotten it right.
Yeah,
I've
you
never-
piece of shit. That's why you.
I've never gotten it right until now. The magic, the ritual, and the way that the words said in the particular language of Undercommon, the way that it slithers through the atmosphere as you vocalize it, it resonates with the summoning power that's locked within inside of me. And when that happens, there's a feedback of that power that builds and stores in the center of my head. And if I can get that energy high enough, whenever I do whenever I summon something it comes out pulsating with that power. I can use that magic to enhance it in so many different ways that are opened up to me, ways that even I and my current self don't really know. But when I tap into that power, it opens up the secrets of the cosmos. It shows me what to do with the magic, how to apply it. It's a beautiful feeling to look into forever and to be given knowledge, to be given a glimpse. You can't keep it forever. You just get to touch it. You get to get a taste of it.
She goes, and how how does this how do I say it? How does this connect to? And she like kind of clears her throat as if kind of like hesitating. How does this relate to the pale lady?
Oh, well, it was the pale lady's idea. Well, you see, when I called her here, she she saw how you and how Cecilia and how Angela, how you guys interacted with she called them higher beings. Since she didn't call them life forms, I guess they're not considered living. But she was talking about the gods. And she told me that I would need to deepen my understanding of the relationship between lower life forms, that would be us, and higher beings, that would be anything that's higher than us, entities like gods, or higher life forms such as Pale Lady. But she explained that the relationship between those two things, when one gives reverence to the other, there's a type of power that's there. There's a connection between those two things, and that's at the core of the magical connection between religious life. That belief, that power, there's power in belief, and if our life form is high enough, they could they could use that power. Pale Lady is high enough to use that power. And this is a different connection. It's not divine because it's not powerful enough to be divine. I don't think she's a divine being. But there is a connection. And because of that connection, she's granted me that power. She's granted me the power I currently have now. I should normally be just a conjurer, but he turned me into something more.
The people around us, they're afraid of our power. They look at us differently, and some days it kind of makes me wish I didn't have it. I don't know how you handle that, but it kind of makes me wish I could too.
Well, this is the way that I see it. Because I've seen something outside of this reality and I have such a strong connection to it, I know that means that this existence is not it. It's not everything. Because not just the world, but reality itself is without bounds. It means we can go anywhere that we want. And we don't have to stay in a place that we don't belong. If you can go anywhere, that means you could explore. You could find the place that you're looking for that you want to belong. And so if that's the case, you might as well just
Put him
yourself.
The idea of going somewhere different. I feel like I understand what you mean,
They just disappear.
but she calls to me in a way that frightens me,
Mm.
as if she wants me to welcome her inside of me and for me to accept a gift that she has to offer. And she tells me that she is the one that provides my power, and I need to abide to her whim. I don't know what to do. Because I feel the pull, but I don't want to.
Well, I guess my best advice as someone who was in a similar position. The lapel lady, I would say a similar position because clearly that lapel lady is a more powerful being than I am. But even though I got forced into that position, now I'm starting to see things a little more clearly. As I start to develop more, I'm starting to see that maybe I have more control than I initially had. Maybe there's a part of me that can become strong enough to not feel the way that I do, to feel in charge. And so maybe for yourself, you stop being so scared of playing by her rules. Maybe you'll play the game well enough to beat her at it.
New character arc. I think I understand what you're saying, and honestly, I can't thank you enough for that. I won't be able to show you how much you've helped, but just know that you have.
Thanks. I'm gonna go finish that one right now so I could, use that power to do what I said just now, which is get stronger.
I won't say anything.
Thanks.
I'll move forward.
Yes.
I don't know what the.
Right? I don't know where the fuck he went. He was right here. And he was gone. Wait, is this him? No.
I just put him back on there just now.
Man, that motherfucker disappeared.
Right.
Right, that shit just vanished.
I deleted him.
How to put a whole new. What's your hit points?
33. Second check. Pretty sure.
All right,
Well,
he's back on the map now.
yeah,
I don't know
33.
what the fuck happened to him. That motherfucker
I didn't, right. I don't either.
entered the far realm. What the fuck? Motherfucker was like, now I know what
Oh
Adler's been.
my god.
Now I know what Adler's been talking about. Shit.
Right. Got
Yeah,
twisted
I'm
and
gonna
shit.
get that rid off my sheet. I gave Adela the Cure Light Wounds.
Got the 17 pupils and shit. Might be kind of crazy.
Enlarged person one.
All right, as Roth, along with Mockjaw, make their way down the cavernous stone steps deeper below, with Lucian in tow.
Bars.
Luna, Adler follow up.
Ophelia, where you at?
Should be there, no?
No, you're still here.
Matt, someone.
Oh, wait.
By the way, this is complete darkness, right? No one can see in here besides the darkness.
I think I lit a torch.
Yeah, somebody has a light
Yeah.
source.
I
I
mean,
lit a torch.
they have a
See it.
torch. One of them have a
Yeah,
torch.
Luna
I
has a
don't think
torch.
we have.
I don't because I don't have deep. I don't
Me,
have
me,
dark
my
vision.
one.
No.
My dumbass was like,
Ala did a light on his amulet,
Alright.
so I mean,
my
he's good.
dumbass was like, Xantus could guide
And
me.
his summons will have fucking dark vision and blind sight, so they're fine.
So as the three of you see this chamber, you see that the corridor turns to reveal another room choked with rocky formations. Same situation. Every square is 2 squares, and the yellow squares are stalagmites / stalactites that offer cover. And stepping into one is 4 squares. Stalagmites and stalactites block the line of sight ahead. Like the last chamber, this place has a rocky, uneven floor of natural stone. It slopes downward, and here and there, rivulets of water flow southward. Hiding amongst the stalagmites, you notice 2 of these canine-like beasts. As Mockjaw had detected a scent, and the 3 of you had made secret perception checks to see if you had spotted the hidden enemies, and you did spot these 2. Mockjaw and Lucian did not spot this Grimlock that was hiding over here, but Rolf was able to, just barely. It was hidden very well amongst the stalagmites and stalactites, especially in particular, not just due to its skill, but thanks to also half of it thanks to its stony, rock-like looking and skin and the coloration of it matched very well with the surrounding terrain. So the Grimlock, Mockjaw and Lucian would, well, no, not Mockjaw. Mockjaw would also be aware of it. You still have that teamwork feat with the perception thing on, right? You know what I'm talking about. Look out, yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. Okay. So Lucian would be the only one that's not aware of the Grimlock. So he doesn't know this is there, but he's aware of these other 2. Let's see. So yeah, these 2 creatures they looked they looked poised and ready to attack. As for the Grimlock that's hiding, he's armed, battle axe in hand, peeking through the stalagmites. Not battle axe, sorry. Longbow with and taking aim towards their direction. So, y'all can roll that initiative.
All of us?
Just those 3 at the moment. I'm gonna do a surprise round.
Not yet, man.
And if anybody has a knowledge, Arcana or knowledge, nature check, you can make one for the strange beast-like canine-looking. They almost look kind of like a mix between some sort of canine beast and a hyena.
I can't see them, so I can't make the roll, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, not yet.
Which means I can't see him.
There you go, bro.
Are you trained in either
No,
of those
I'm
skills?
not.
All right. He's aware
No,
this. He's aware that not he's aware that there definitely some form of they got to be some form of magical beast. He doesn't recall any natural creature like that living on the ground like this. But he doesn't know exactly what they are though. But magical beast. Okay, roll the initiative for the Grimlock and those creatures. Okay. Alright. We get alright, so what initiative did I get for everybody else? Let's see, 17 should be 13 total. Wait, what is that?
We can't see them. Are we still rolling initiative?
I guess, yeah, because you can hear them.
No, just those three.
Not yet. Only surprise round people.
Oh, no.
Knowledge, nature. Okay, 7 plus collect. So that's stuff plus law collector. I guess that would be 12.
Mm-mm-mm.
12. Let's see. I always forget the no. Knowledge check. I always forget if it's 15 or 10. I believe it's 10 plus the monster's dice. Okay. Hit dice. No, that doesn't make sense. Be 10 plus the CR. That makes sense. What's the challenge rating? Okay. Roth, thanks to your collector of stories. Indeed, you have heard stories of these around the campfires of your orc tribe when you were younger. You talked about these. You had actually seen them bring a dead body of one of these creatures home. And they told the stories about these creatures known as Crenshaws.
The face peeled back on the motherfuckers.
They they appear as you see in the picture. Except they have this rather. They are these magical beasts that have this rather supernatural. They have this supernatural ability to invoke a strong sense of fear, and then they couple it with their physical ability to pull back through muscular action, pull back the skin of their face, revealing the musculature right underneath. And it's a way to scare their opponents into being frightened.
I'm so sick of this frightened. God damn it.
I'm already shaken.
Yes, that is true. If you get affected by that, you would go from. You would definitely be running out of these caverns. God, no, sorry. Now I'm trying to see. Okay, what 1d20 plus 2 was? Which one's the initiative?
No, that was just one. The 12.
That's the initiative.
Okay,
You got plus 9.
8 plus 1. As long as I have one grade.
Oh, all the way up here. No, that's 8 plus 12. I don't see an 8 plus 1. Where the fuck is it? 16 plus 2.
Isn't it with the Gunslinger initiative? When you had the
I
grit?
know. I'm looking for the. I don't see the. I see Ross initiative.
Oh, shit. I'll re-roll it. I'll re-roll it so you see it.
So Ross is 17.
It's probably a good idea when you make a roll to like indicate what that roll is for.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was. Dude, I'll pull up. There you go.
18, son. Let's go.
Oh, 18 plus what?
There you go. Plus 9.
That man said, I'm going first.
It's 8 plus 1 with the grit.
Oh, because of your trait.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
where the fuck? Your reactionary plus 2 and then plus 4, 6, and plus
Yeah.
so it's plus 8. Plus 8 with.
And then the grit point with the Gunslinger's initiative.
As long as you have an idea. It's normally plus 6. It's plus as long as you have 1 grit, which you do. It's plus 8. It's plus 8. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So
Alright.
then
20,
18 plus 8 would be.
yeah, 26.
Okay. Alright. First up, Lucian.
Um, can I see this
Lucian,
this one?
Grimlock, then Rock.
You do not know the Grimlock is there. You couldn't spot him. It's just the Crenshaws.
I
that you
can spot
see.
it.
The Crenshaws you can see.
Oh, it's just a Crenshaw I can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll take the shot at the Crenshaw with the rapid reload.
You need a full round action for that.
Well,
Yeah,
nah,
you're gonna take a
this-
standard surprise round.
yeah, it's a damn surprise.
So it's
Focus
basically like a
aim.
quick shot. Alright. Does he have line of sight? He should.
Right? Or, I mean,
Where's he
to
at?
see me, I should be able to see
yeah.
it.
Hold on, the square's all fucking jumbled in here. That's a square. That's his
That don't look
square.
like it.
There we go. That should be your square. Alright. You pick this spot.
I thought there was
So yeah, try to get you guys on the squares because that's important. Because I need to pick
Oh.
one of the squares. Alright, yeah, you got line of sight. Yeah, you can get this one or this one. You can get either one.
Okay.
Just making sure you had line of sight to them. Yeah, you do.
I'll take the closest one. Yeah.
Alright.
Touch damage and all that good
Yep.
shit.
Make an attack against
Focus
touch AC. You got an extra +1 to the attack because of point blank. And that's its touch AC. +5.
Focus aim. Or am I not allowed to use aim?
You should have a +9 to the attack, not +5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Wait.
10 plus 9 would be 19. On a touch AC of 19, even with the thing having cover from the stalagmites, that was a hit.
Boom. Maybe I'm thinking, oh, that's backwards.
Yeah. What are you using? Your pistols,
Oh
right?
yeah, because the pistol
Yeah. Range
damage
attack.
is
Yeah.
1d8
Range attack
Yeah,
bonus plus
it's
8. Yeah.
yeah.
And then because of point blank, it goes up to plus 9. 2 plus 5, 7 points of damage.
Mm.
Oh, it said +9. That's actually 11. I'm sorry.
Huh? No, I was saying plus 9 to the attack. I was talking about the attack.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. +5 is the regular.
boom, shot that thing, and then we go to
Mm.
the Grimlock. That's
Grimlock? Fuck the Grimlock.
Grimlock.
25. Jesus.
Yeah, he definitely senses Lucian. Takes a shot at him. And you're flat-footed to his attack. That's definitely a hit.
Yeah.
Lucian is not flat-footed. He just attacked. He just took a turn
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, but he's not aware of
Wait for
he's
me.
not aware of the presence of the Grimlock, so he doesn't have Dex bonus to the AC against the Grimlock. The only person that's aware of the Grimlock is Raw. The other two.
Oh, he's not
the other,
aware.
yeah.
Also, he would still be considered flat-footed though, even though he already went.
Not flat-footed, just no Dex to his AC.
Oh,
I can't do Gunslinger's dodge for the against a projectile.
Yeah,
Not if he's not
you
aware.
can. Oh, right.
Right. Roll it up, champ.
Yeah, he's not aware. He had no idea that thing was there. It was there the whole time. All he knows is the fucking
It-
arrow just
it's
shot
stealth.
towards his
It's
direction.
stealth, right? It's stealth. That's what it was. Is it like a snipe attack?
I had rolled, yeah, their perception. So Roth was able to spot all three of them. So, Mockjaw and Lucian only was able to spot the Crenshaws. Neither of them are aware of the Grimlock's presence. Now they are, but they weren't before. Damage. Nine points of damage.
First he could hit you around the corner. You got precise shot?
Oh, I did add, like, he had no dex for the attack, but I did count the cover bonus. So with no dex, it basically canceled out. So his AC remained 17. So arrow comes out, and you realize why you didn't spot the Grimlock, that he was fucking practically camouflaged with the terrain. That arrow hit you in your shoulder. And Grimlock's turn is
Lucian.
done. You go to Roth
didn't
and
Lucian go
Mockjaw.
first?
Yeah, he did.
You shot somebody?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I hit this thing.
Right.
Oh, nice. You did damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have my thing on, so I don't see any.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, Roth will then,
One shot.
hmm,
This arm is one shot.
Roth will move here. I mean, Sabrina will move there. Up.
One,
Step.
two squares.
And, try to aid him.
Which one am I looking?
Beat him. Oh, first off, swift action. Give him aspect of the Bhaal.
see Sabuna's Mockjaw's face like shift into like something that looks more like a bull.
Oh, because
And
I'm.
Oh, you
Jaws
gave
look more
Mockjaw a
powerful.
+2 to
Mm.
strength.
So 8 now. Would be a +8. It's enough to help
Hold on, you two,
cancel out that.
the two of you, what was that? Aid. Where's,
standard
okay.
action.
Uh,
5-foot step forward, both of us.
can't 5 foot in difficult terrain.
This is difficult up here too.
Yes, I said that as soon as
Not
you guys,
even.
as soon as you guys entered. It's the same as the other room,
So if we move here, we're done then.
pretty much.
All right, so we're done.
The environment is not conducive to your characters at all.
Roth will. Yeah, he'll stay there now.
Crenshaw peel back their skin and screech really loud, invoking their
They're bullshit. Got
their
it.
bullshit.
Right.
So,
Bullshit.
if I'm
Go.
reading this correctly,
Everybody's blind, deaf, throwing up. Away.
we double check. Standard action pulls back the skin from his head. Okay, this alone is enough to give a +4 bonus to intimidate to demoralize, but if it's combined with a loud
Is
screech,
it will save?
it produces an unsettling effect, like a scare, like a scare spell. And if we look at scare, like a scare spell. Scare is okay. 1 living creature per. At what does it have a cast? Cast level 3rd. 1 creature per 3 levels, and 2. So only 1. 1 target per 3. Okay, so we got Roth as a target for against 1, and Mockdraw as a target versus the others. So we'll save from Roth and Mockdraw.
First one's Roth.
They
She'll probably fail once.
11.
That week 6.
11 plus 6. Seven plus 6. Alright. 17 was a success. The 5 for Mockdraw was a failure. On a failure for against this effect, functions like cause fear, except that it causes of less than 6 hit die. Okay, it is less than 6 hit die. To be frightened. Mockdraw is frightened. Mockdraw's like, oh hell no, I can't do that. Not to my face. That shit freaking me the fuck out. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, Mockdraw was like, fuck this.
I'm out.
I don't get paid enough.
Right, I'm good on that.
There's not enough Scooby snacks for this fight right now.
You hear,
The Crenshaws, that was their standard action. They were done. Now we go to the round 1, where the rest of the characters are aware. Battle has just suddenly started as these 3 had moved forward, and they follow behind, so we can get an initiative roll from Luna, Adler, and Sophelia.
to the
got
party.
2.
You hear Lucian call back to Sophelia. He calls back to Sophelia and Cholton, and it's like they got ranged weapons up there, and I see another there's a Grimlock and some sort of dog thing.
Got it.
All right, Lucian, you're up. And I think you're
I could
down
now.
to
I'm a,
your last. Is this your last alchemical paper cartridge? How many go? Yeah, this looks like it might. I don't know if you've been keeping track. Yeah, I think this is your last chemical paper
all right.
cartridge. So after this, you're gonna have to start.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you'll have to start
Reloaded.
loading.
Yeah, I just reloaded with the pistol.
Loading the
Or
pistol
with
as
the
a
pepper ball.
as a move action instead of a free action.
Gotcha. I still have the pepper box, though, right?
You still have that. I should say, yeah, that's
So I
probably
can
gonna
use it.
be a lot more
Yeah,
useful. Could we just
yeah. I'm just gonna go. I'm
load
just gonna
all?
go to
Yeah,
the pepper box.
load all six.
Yep.
That way.
After I'm ready. I'm
But
prepared.
it's loaded. You're good to go.
But I'm gonna take the kill shot on this dog thing.
Another
He
make the
said
attack.
kill shot. He said it's definitely dying.
It hit a stalagmite.
Damn. Can I do rapid shot as a full attack?
Now you can as a full round action.
Right. I guess I would have had to clear my first thing.
Now with the pistol. He has the pistol out.
Huh?
He has the pistol out. Yeah.
Oh, you can't do the rapid shot with the pistol?
Not currently, because you used your last alchemical cartridge.
Gotcha.
You would have to be able to reload as a free action. You would have to be able to reload as a free action
There's
right
only
now.
one bullet in the alchemical. Alright.
And well, I don't know. Does he have? He doesn't have quick draw? Does he? I was gonna say you could.
Nope. I don't.
Yeah.
We're good.
How
You
many
can go.
bullets does the pepper box hold?
Believe it.
Hold 6.
6.
Can he just put like regular bullets on his pepper box?
Yeah.
And his
No, yeah.
that's
what we were.
That's what I'm gonna
That's
do.
what we were
I'm
talking
just gonna
about.
have to get rid of the bullets.
Your 3 specialty bullets that you currently have in the pepper box, just remove those out so you don't waste them, and just put 6 regular bullets.
That's what I was gonna do.
Alright.
I was gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were talking
I'm gonna
about.
put the 6 bullets in there, and then put the 6 bullets back in the other gun, and I'll just keep doing it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because right now he can only reload as a move action. He reloaded his last alchemical cartridge. So otherwise, if he had another cartridge, it would have been he could rapid shot.
Yeah.
But he's
sorry.
And I was asking about quick draw because if you had that, I'd have been like, well, you can just quick draw your fucking your pepper box and get your second shot off that way. But
nah, I don't have it.
So all right, Lucian's turn is done. Mark off a bullet. Not a bullet. That was the cartridge. That was the last cartridge.
He could use it. He could use his move action to get the pepper box out now, so he has it ready for the next round.
That is true. You can draw the pepper box
next
now.
Round, that's a full round action. You won't be able to draw it.
Yep.
Okay.
Grimlock. The Grimlock. The Grimlock moves here. And takes a shot towards Roth. got an 18. I believe he does have cover. Of course he would, yeah. Yeah, he has cover. So we increase your armor class by another 4, and I know about the bodyguard. Does bodyguard work against range attacks too? Or was it just melee? Come a visitor. Oh, that's 8 another bodyguard. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. An adjacent you may use and it has attempt to aid another. You may not use. You aid another action to attempt the aid another action, which I think aid another.
I don't think she could aid another though. Isn't she frightened?
Oh yeah, that's right. Dirt. Thank you.
Dang.
Who else got frightened?
So the 18, that was a hit. On the
Grimlock, Boda, Roth. How did Roth get hit?
She got shot with an arrow.
You can't take attack of opportunities when you're frightened.
Nope, can't take actions. All you can do is concentrate on running. Went over it in the last battle.
I thought that was. So if you're unable to move, you can defend yourself. Which right now she's.
She's fully able to move. She can go running back up the stairs. Her turn just had her arrow sunk into Roth. Grimlock is done. We go to Sophelia.
How many squares does it cost to get here, right next to in front of Luna? Is it like double squares or?
Hold on, I gotta see. Hold up, please.
I know it's rough terrain, so.
Mad people, crooked on the squares. Hold up. All right. To get here, be 1, 2, 3. That'd be 1 move action to get here.
All right, so that's her move action.
Two move
She's
actions
drawing her.
to get there.
Nah, she's not gonna do another move. While she's moving, she's drawing her composite longbow, and she's gonna shoot at this Grimlock down here.
Ooh, I don't even think she has line of sight.
Oh, you know? From
See.
there?
Okay, barely. Yeah, she's got it then. Barely got it.
4.
Definitely,
6.
yeah. You can make the shot. It has cover, of course.
Counter Strike. Just
So make your attack while Luna figure out what she's planning to do in the meantime.
I'm casting Boiling Blood on Roth.
Alright, then arrow just hits a stalagmite, breaks apart.
Boy, blood. I wish you had remove fear.
Man.
Alright, well, she's done.
thank you. Feels his body. Fucking get.
What's Luna doing?
Casting Boiling Blood on Roth. I'm gonna move. I don't want to move in front of. I'm gonna
Boiling.
Can I move
blood.
here?
Remember, it's like rough terrain, so
That's what I'm saying.
you-
So if I moved here, would that just be a move action? I don't want to get in front of Sophia.
Yep, there's no 5-foot stepping. The terrain is
But this would
fucking
be
you all
a
over. No, I'm just
regular
letting
move.
yeah, I'm just letting I'm just letting everybody know the minute when you move
Yeah.
when you move a square, it's gonna be a move action.
That's a move action.
Yeah.
So this moving from here to here,
Yeah, it's a move action.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
So because
so-
I couldn't see Roth from here. So yeah, I'm gonna move there and then I'll cast Boiling Blood.
Boiling blood. Roth, you feel a spell transmute to your body, affecting the blood within. Wait, what?
It gives
He's
us
like,
plus
you
2 to
deal
strength.
damage to him? What'd you do?
Oh, okay.
No, if you
Okay, I'm looking at it. You feel you feel your blood as if it's boiling, but you don't suffer any pain from it.
He's orc.
In fact, you feel strengthened. Morale bonus. Plus 2 to your strength.
I wanna know how he feels about this because I know he has like an issue with his orc heritage. So I wanna know how he feels about like a magic that's boosted him because of his orc heritage.
Well, he doesn't know unless he makes a spellcraft check.
Which he has no skills in.
Because so then roll a
He doesn't
spellcraft.
even know what's happening.
what's the component? Is there a
No, I
component for this?
refuse
There's
to know what's
okay.
happening.
Verbal and somatic.
Wow.
I refuse to know what's happening.
Roth's like, she's casting. I'm gonna ignore it.
He's like saying it under comments. She's
Roth
like
would
in
just be,
under
like,
comments. She's
feeling
like
hot,
boil.
and he's like,
Boil.
Oh shit.
So
So it's
Boil my blood.
he's like feeling himself like this, like the feeling that he's feeling is like is he hasn't ever been able to rage like his brethren, but he feels like when he's it feels like what it's reminiscent of what he imagines it's feeling like when his other tribesmen like raged combat. Feels something reminiscent of that. Like they when they explained like what it feels like, their blood boiling, so to speak, and he's like, at first he doesn't want to like he wants to like resist it because it almost feels almost like too hot to bear, but like heritage.
He's just like
He
Luna's
feels
kind of.
he feels almost like it's turning into like adrenaline, hot adrenaline. You know what I mean? So oh, it's my go. Shit. So Rock would then be like, well, I guess Sabuna Mokja's running away, right? Did it wear off? No.
let's get her out of sight. She stops.
Okay, so then in that case,
she stops there.
Roth sees that happen, looks back at the enemies, drops the long spear, realizes that's not gonna help, pulls out the falchion, and 2 squares of movement, right? 2 squares of movement. Or can I attack this one without?
It'll have
without
cover. It'll have cover.
Fuck him. All right, so we're going over here.
All right. This one does not get an attack opportunity because you had cover before you entered it. So. See the Crenshaw's armor class. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Before you tell me.
Do you add another +1 from the strength
going
boost?
to... No, I didn't, and I'm gonna also swift action put bull animal focus on Roth. So that's an 18.
Yeah, that's right, because they're both different bonuses. That's an enhancement bonus, right? Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Enhancement bonus. So you got. I mean, you could describe how the animal focus energy, divine spiritual bull energy looks when it happens, but you have +2 enhancement to strength, and then +2 morale bonus from strength from the boiling blood. So you have a total of +4 to your strength. So that would make your attack roll an 18.
An 18 and damage would be
Yeah, damage will
Rock
be
is,
11. You were hitting the wounded one or the unwounded one?
the wounded one.
Alright, that will drop it.
Finish it off. Roth will what that will look like. Anyone who was paying attention, you probably can't see his face.
Oh,
But
nigga, we can't see you.
yeah, you can't see his face.
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone could see.
All right, so no one can saw. No one.
Well, maybe maybe Lucian. Lucian could see.
Lucian and Luna can see. Yeah, I mean she has to see.
Can? I can?
Y'all see his backside. That's all. You just
I
see
mean,
his
you have a
back, and
torch.
just
You have
see
a
how he
torch, right?
looked like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to keep him in line of sight if you want your spell to keep,
Well, he was here.
Yeah, was the most.
He was
like,
here at first,
weakest
so I don't
year
have.
in my life.
As
Oh,
long
it's
as
You
constant.
bullshit, Luna. Be honest, bro.
yeah, you can see him. There's
I'll
nothing.
move out of range.
That's motive is
What the fuck is that?
Your
You
boy.
see-
So
You see him fine. You see him past the stalagmites,
You're
but
lying to me,
you see him.
boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just see Roth's face, well, like a bull, the sturdy, most like muscle, like just fucking the diesel body of a bull. You see his body, his muscles like almost even flex. They seem more accentuated,
It's like when
and
it's like when Zoro does gorilla.
oh right,
But his arms just get man big.
yeah, and yeah, he steps in and he just takes a nice fat haymaker swing at this thing.
Slice. And you made sure that
He sliced literally that. Actually, I don't know if I did that much damage. I don't know if I did that much damage, but that's where that's where he was aiming for. Maybe he hit on the shoulder instead, but he was going for that ugly ass fucking
face.
main face of it.
You sliced right into it.
That shit
Cut
was
out. You
disgusting.
cut out. You cut through its jawline. It
Mm.
screeches in pain. Already lost a lot of blood from the gunshot wound that it took.
That shit is ugly, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just not pretty.
Keeps peeling his face back, bro. That shit is wild.
It looks like a gust of. It looks like a gust of wind spell was cast at his face, and his
Just-
lips went backwards.
Just his face only.
Just the
Just his face, gust of wind, like airbending right in his face.
facial foreskin. It's nasty, bro.
Ugh.
That's just who imagined
Oh,
this.
shit. Yeah, I'm curious too. These
Alright, we're
motherfuckers
done.
been coming up with these monsters.
Guillermo del
Imagine a
Toro.
hyena, but its face, it can peel it back whenever it, like, you know.
Guillermo del Toro, my nigga. That's who did it.
Somebody
Well, why are
said
you
that.
doing
son.
why are you doing arm pumps? Is why is your arm pumping in the
Because I
air?
feel like
Is
no
it-
one talks like you know he was in the fucking like writer's room for fucking and he's like talking to people about how great this idea is for the bestiary. He's like bestiary. He's like talking about this. That's just nasty. Nasty creatures, bro. Alright.
It looks all moist and all that. Imagine when it lies down on the ground to go to bed. All that dirt in it, that moisture,
That's what I don't
Fuck
understand.
there.
Like,
Well, no,
Yeah.
it can
when
put
you put it,
it.
back now,
It's
there's just
yeah.
nastiness in
It can
there.
put its skin normally.
like
It-
a hood.
yeah, it peels back when it wants to
normally is
scare you.
over,
Yeah,
but it does it when it wants to scare you. It's like
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
who
so that's when they do
imagined
their.
It's not
So that's
always
when they do
like
their
that.
special
Yeah,
attack.
Like,
it's
that's
not
so
always
crazy.
like that.
I thought it was always like that. I'm like, damn, what about when it's lying his head in the ground? It's gonna get all dirty, all that
Right. Its
saliva.
skull
And,
is just
I know, like,
foaming.
There's another.
like a no-no.
There's another image of it over there.
No.
Yo, Lou, can I see this Grimlock? Got line of sight?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. It looks like you do.
Yeah, you can see him.
I thought you shot that one.
No, he
Nah,
tried
I
to.
missed.
He shot,
He
I
tried
sat
he shot
to.
that.
the
I
one you
sat
killed.
over here. Yeah, I
He
missed
shot the one that
the.
you killed.
Yeah, I just missed the last bullet.
Sorry, shot.
All right.
at.
Yeah.
You failed the save against this one, but is it each individual Crenshaw? Let me see.
Oh, that's a cool picture you put.
The streak does not affect other Crenshaws. A creature that successfully saves cannot be affected again by the same Crenshaw. Okay, so this Crenshaw screeches at Roth. Because it was this
Looks
top.
like a
It was
monster
this.
from
It
like
was this
Weko Mundo.
top one that you passed to save. This bottom one that he had originally used it on Lockjaw, and now he's using it on Roth. So Roth will save.
Yo,
Not
Lewis,
wasting
you
fortune on
piece
this
of
yet.
shit, bro. I
No.
like how you just like did that, but we both know you trash for that one, son. Don't smile, bro.
Get the
Don't
fuck
smile.
out of here!
You know what you did.
No,
You
I
know what
did
you
not.
did, bro.
No, I had the closest. I had the top one.
You got it.
I had the
There you
top
go.
one go with Roth, and the bottom one go because that's how they were parallel. I had them
Oh,
parallel
you're
with
right.
each other. Yeah, it was
Of
parallel.
course. Oh man.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
passed. You
Yeah.
passed the save though. You good.
Parallel universes, my nigga. This guy's like,
Well,
oh,
I do that so I
I
do that on purpose so I don't forget so I can keep a good
right.
memory log because if I had it all
Yeah.
mixed up
Yeah.
I'd be like, did I have the bottom one attack or the top one attack? It just make it easier for them to remember.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to gamble. I get it.
Um.
It's
Damn,
my fault
I
for
don't
being
even
in this
get
situation.
remove fear, so that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even
No.
get it.
Right now
Fuck
should
you
be
think you are,
chomping on
cleric?
this thing,
Get out of here.
showing him.
Get that shit.
You a ghetto ass cleric. You.
Yeah,
Savage
Bootleg
cleric.
cleric.
Yeah, you're an unwanted cleric. You're a
Inquisitors
witch.
get it.
Go back in the
The
woods.
Inquisitors get it, Roth.
Go back
So
to the
what's going on
swamps.
here?
Go back to the mountains.
Yo,
Witch.
You get a
back
you
to
get
the
remove
Witch.
fear.
No, stop.
I
No.
Where's your
Bogwani,
remove
fucking
fear at?
Richard.
I thought they did, honestly. I thought they had like a little.
Inquisitors get it.
I thought. Well,
They do.
Inquisitors
I'm
get a
not
lot of
spell on that.
Inquisitors get a lot of
That's crazy.
cleric magic kind of spells.
Yeah,
So
no,
as
I don't
an
get it.
inquisitor, as an
Nah,
inquisitor,
And
as
they
an
get some.
inquisitor of
And they
Kalimdor,
get some
does not
ranger
have
spells too. I
access
noticed,
to
but
remove fear is a problem.
Yeah.
Because as an inquisitor of Kalimdor, you come across so many undead that have fear effects. Like, what did you do as an inquisitor of Kalimdor? You go to try to take down a mummy, and like the mummy's
Mommy
like,
just looks at you like,
Adler.
mummy is like, my nigga, like,
Adler.
I got a fear effect, right? Like,
right.
You're up, Adler.
all right, so Adler goes.
The mummy.
No,
Yeah, mummies.
mummy,
Yeah,
mummy
mummies have that.
Roth.
Mummies have that immediate fear effect. As soon as you look at them.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to be a Kalimvorite,
And also like gassed. What is it? The
Nah,
one that
you're right.
touches you,
You're
and you
right.
get like fearful if they touch you. I forgot which undead was that.
That
Might
sounds
So
terrible.
might be
Adler
gas.
moves there.
Was it the Spectre? I forget.
And then as Adler moves there, he put both of his hands up to the middle of his forehead where that light was pulsing after doing the ritual. And
Got
then
plans for fear. It's not right.
and then he opens his hands up, and as he does that, you see the light intensify. And then the dark dancer appears right here.
The dark
Mm.
is back. Give me that
Oh,
inspire courage. Let's go.
As she appears, there's an effect that he can apply to her, and a magic effect. Since I defeated those, let's see, this is 2 of these Grimlocks, so both of these guys, so that should be 2 spell levels. One is to get the actual feat, and then 1 spell level we got left to use. I don't want her for a while, so I'm gonna do sudden extend spell on that. So she can stay for double the time.
Where do you put her at?
I put her right here. That's the only open space I saw. I can't see around this corner. So I
She'll
figured
be-
the only open space
she'll be right
is right here.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
have.
then now she could move on her till she appeared, she can move now. And I'm gonna have her move in and make an attack. She probably won't be able to move in and make an attack because of that difficult terrain. But she'll be able to move in at least. She'll start that bardic performance. She'll start her doing her dance. Her pirouette dance that she does. Stats real quick.
I'm trying to get her hit points. Okay.
You know, I started watching Record of Ragnarok, and there's this guy Shiva. He does a lot of like war dance while fighting. It kind of reminds me of like the summon you're doing now, like in battle, like dancing. This dude Shiva was like in battle dancing in that anime. Like,
Alright.
what?
So she's moving where? She moved 3 squares.
30 squares. All right, so
3 squares per move action.
5. She can move right here behind Raw.
And what starts her performance?
Yep, she starts pirouette, spinning like a ballerina.
Against the dance. Giving you inspire courage.
And she, while moving, she also takes out a dagger. And that's it.
Is Zadalor doing anything with his...
No.
He used the standard. Is he doing anything to move action?
No, he's doing right there with his move action.
Alright. So with the inspire courage, everybody got +1 to saving throws versus fear.
Alright.
Since these things like to do that. And +1 to your attack and damage. Round 2. Lucian.
Alright. So I got a line of sight on him, right? I'm gonna take the can I do rapid shot since I'm not moving? I got line of sight on this Grimlock, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You got the pepper box out.
The pepper box out.
And you could do rapid shot. He is further than 20 feet.
1, 2, so it'd just be 8, right?
So no touch AC.
You will have to drop your pistol from your other hand as a free action. So then you could use it as so you could like move the chamber from your pepper box.
Well, I'll just have it where it's gonna be a move action to put it back. I'll just have it where he drops it. He'll pick back up after.
Actually, I might just shoot this thing. I can shoot this thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's in touch AC, right?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's touch AC distance.
Yeah, I'll just pop that.
All right.
I'll get that shit out the way.
+9, but you're making 2 shots with rapid shot, so -2 each, so +7, +7. He's like, finally, I get to make 2 fucking shots. That's where you got a second shot, right? There you go. Second shot hit.
Finally got a second shot.
Was that with the focus aim or no?
Yeah, you can do focus aim.
Alright, 1d8 plus 5 points of damage.
Max damage.
Alright, mark off it's still conscious. Mark off a grit.
They don't have a lot of HP at least.
No, I don't.
It's almost dead.
And you add a +1 damage too from the.
Oh yeah, +1 to damage.
Yeah, one more damage.
Black Swan's damage.
Lucian,
Right.
Get the last
Yup,
hit.
it's
Does that 12 hit? Does that 12 hit?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
What?
Not 12. I don't think hits.
No, I added the point blank. So it's
Okay.
No,
I
no,
know
it
Oh!
means
the
plus
plus
one
one.
from
Yeah, that's
inspired
right.
courage.
The
From
lady
the
dance.
Inspire
Yeah, Dark
Courage.
Dancer.
Yeah, probably still missed because of
I would
cover.
say yeah, because the cover is in the way. So the
If
fucking
it wasn't because of cover, probably
I
would have hit.
don't ignore it. Well, I thought I ignored a lot, but never mind.
Not
I only
only
ignore one thing. Yeah.
you ignore like your ally being with a monster,
Yeah.
melee
In
because of
melee
precise
range.
shot.
Yeah.
Right, but precise shot doesn't take away cover bonus.
Yeah.
Cover.
Yeah.
I gotta get improved precise. Keep forgetting. I'll get improved precise
The Grimlock.
eventually,
The Grimlock.
and then I'll be able to ignore all that shit.
Yep.
Mhm.
The
That's right.
Grimlock.
Save my ass.
I think you got to be like level 11.
The
or
Grimlock-
maybe not.
You gotta commit to it.
Yeah.
He leaps over the edge.
What?
He about
Said, I'm
he
out.
about to he about to warn the rest of his buddies. He's bouncing.
He's like, I'm out, son. Jeez.
Oh, Cathedral of Bane all over again. They're gonna be all waiting for us now down there.
So we got Sophelia, Luna, Roth, Mokja. I guess.
All right,
yeah.
Sophilia's gonna take a move action. She's gonna try and snipe that Grimlock trying to run away.
No, he's gone. Whatever he.
Oh, he's gone? Oh,
like he's
never
behind he's behind a whole bunch of stalagmites, stalactites, and it
Oh,
looked
can't
like
see anything
it
now.
looked like he dropped below the ledge.
Oh, like
He
he jumped off a ledge.
like
Never
he
mind.
yeah.
All right, what was she at before? Where was she at before? I forgot. Was she there?
Shit. Everybody's got this shit crooked. Hold up. You
There's
were
like
in
so many like
this
avatars there. I
square.
can't.
You just gotta
can't
look.
really
You just
see
gotta
the-
look. You just gotta look for the
All right,
the grid.
move her
grid.
for me south 4 squares. Her full movement.
Hold on. Is Mokja on the way? Okay, 1, 2. There. That's full movement right here. So Mokja would be.
Could she see this creature or no?
Let's see. Let's draw that line. Get this corner of the square. As long as we're not hitting any solid.
A 6
just-
penalty, but a 24 is a hit.
Just
Barely.
barely, yeah.
Yeah, she probably needs a 20 to hit, hey, but you never know. 5% chance of hitting. Boom, she's gonna take that shot.
Yeah, because you got the -4. You got the -4,
Yeah,
and then the plus,
-4.
and then the
Oh, yeah,
cover
whole bunch of
bonus. Yeah, he needed
Right,
a
right.
He needed 20.
She needs like a 20, yeah. but it's always a 5% chance. You never know.
Right?
Never know.
Luna, you continue concentrating on the spell.
Yep.
All right, your turn's done. Boiling blood. It's a concentration. As long as she keeps concentrating, it'll last indefinitely until she stops.
Yeah, she's boiling your blood like.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Really?
Yep.
That's what concentration is.
So
Yo.
concentration
Yeah,
is
that's
just
dope, man.
standard action to concentrate, and you can still do a move action if you wanted to, but yeah, as long as you keep
The
using.
only thing Roth needs right now is.
And then
a
even
large
after it ends, the spell says it lasts an addition. The spell says it lasts an additional 2 rounds after the concentration ends.
A large person
I
is
mean,
everything. That's
Adler,
his ultimate weapon.
Adler
That's
could
his
come
weapon.
and hit you with a large person,
I
but I feel like
wanted it.
it's
I
The
never wanted
environment
it.
is
So.
just not worth it.
it's not gonna work right now in
Roth,
this field.
your turn. Your turn.
Mokja! Mokja! Oh wait, the one who. Oh,
That
no,
was
the
yeah.
Jurgo.
The one you're fighting is the
that
one that.
you're a piece of shit. I hate you. I'm so. Yo, I fucking hate you, bro. He's like, yeah, can't do shit. All right, whatever. That's what it is.
Yo, Dave's watching.
goes
Dave,
next?
Dave's been watching the session.
Oh shit. Oh, Dave.
He said this man summoned the pocket stripper.
That's wild.
yeah, he's been watching. I think he's been watching for like
That's
an
pretty
hour.
cool. Alright.
Yeah,
That's the
like an hour and a half.
What up, Dave?
I mean, swing again.
Longer than that. He was watching you guys debating.
Oh, he was around for that. Damn. Oh, that a crit, baby. Hold up. Let's swing again.
Well, let's see the crit.
That's
Crit.
a- Let's ring
Oh
it
my
again.
god.
It's
With
dead
all that
already, even
strength,
without a crit.
with all that
Uh,
strength
He wants
too,
the,
that should be
I was
lit.
say he wants the satisfaction of the crit. Let's see if it's the crit.
Mhm.
Looks like a crit.
mm,
So that'd be
Damn, son.
4d
let me roll
Cleave,
that.
4 plus
cleaved it in
12.
two.
Yeah.
44 plus
I
12.
thought Meckle Smack was dangerous. This
So
guy.
another 2d4 plus 6, then just double it up.
I think that's
So
21
that's
damage.
21 damage.
Yeah.
You gave it you sliced the rest of
gave
its
that
skin
one-
off.
The lip, instead of getting to the back of his skull, it went all the way to the back of his like butt.
Right.
Mm.
Motherfucker was like, let me help you peel the rest of that off.
Yeah, he really like, like
Ooh.
fillet, like he took a knife like a filleting a fish.
Fucking
Flay,
flayed, he
what do they
flayed
call it?
him.
Flaying, yeah.
Yeah.
Roth will take his face, the piece that like falls to the ground, like the part that retracts,
Yeah.
and he's gonna take that piece that he's hacked off,
He's gonna eat it.
and he's gonna keep it. He's gonna eat it. What now?
That
Smell, Mason?
motherfucker.
You're gonna kill me too? Oh shit, son, that'd be wild.
Wait, she's gonna sense
Nah.
motive. Did he do that like to spite her though? Like for real?
No!
He's
No,
not
no, no,
eating
no,
it.
no, no, no.
Just sense motive.
We were just, no, we were just fucking around. We were just fucking around.
He's just taking it.
Nah,
He's taking it though.
taking it,
Taking the
took it as a
piece.
trophy.
Yeah.
Gotta
It's a trophy.
get back before it rots. Alchemically treat that shit.
Sanctified.
Gotta put it in a jar with
Taxidermy. I got a taxidermy.
I say, yeah, you got a taxidermist in the group. Yeah, Adler's
gotta get a jar with-
Adler's sitting here like, man, all these things I could be stuffing right now. What the?
Right, but I can't even do my art because, you know, sensitive ass people. But
just do
what's it
behind
called?
just do behind her back.
Right. He's like, I'll come back.
You got invisibility spell, like go invisible.
He's like, I'll come back.
Black Swan does coup de grace this one right here.
Well, you guys are clearing places out, so like we'll clear it out. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back later.
Ross is gonna walk down here and he's gonna look at what the hell it is.
All right.
Kills this one and
Oh,
then
he's
the
gonna
pale
look.
lady.
He's gonna look
Whatever.
there. I see. I see.
Roll will save. You're charmed. Now you hate your enemy.
What's
your allies.
your? Oh, your perception's high enough. All right. So the rest of the this particular chamber, beyond what I had already. I'll read it again. Same as before. The room was choked with rocky formations. Stalagmites and stalactites had blocked the line of sight ahead. Like the last chamber, the place has a rocky, uneven floor, all natural stone. It slopes downward. And here and there are rivulets of water that flow southward towards what you can see is a ledge, obviously because the Grimlock disappeared right below it. You notice that at that part of the chamber where Roth is at looks to be a small, what was a small campsite for the Grimlocks that were in this chamber. There are ashes from a small fire along with several crude sleeping mats, and as he's kicking around the mats and looking around, you notice that they had a little small collection of gems. You
I
see,
actually ended up where the Grimlock jumped down to.
No. I'm talking about the spot here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the when you were like, what's this spot? That was what I described with their campsite, and a bunch of like, bedding, and like as you were looking around, you kicked some stuff aside, and you started to notice a gem here or there. So you're like, oh, these motherfuckers are hiding shit. So you start moving all the shit around, and you found 5 gems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roth grabs him.
And if anybody's got knowledge, geography.
Geography?
I don't think I do.
I
Oh shit.
I'm
Hey.
planning on getting. I'm planning on getting that next level
wait.
actually.
Would it be
Hold
Gianna
on,
Feast?
wait.
Hold on. What,
Oh no, I'm thinking of
craft
the other
craft
character.
gem cutting would be another one. Craft jeweler. Nobody's got jewelry.
Oh, I do have it.
Or appraise. Why
I
not?
do have it.
Appraise works too. That is
Black
true. I forgot about appraise.
Luna has to pray.
Black Swan slinks off into the shadows.
Oh. Roth was looking over this edge to see where this guy jumped down to.
All right. Those of you looking at the gems realize that
Can Roth see anything?
He got frightened and committed suicide.
notice that
Uh,
they are hold on, Roth.
Yo, Roth is jumping down.
I'm just
He's
gonna
in
look
hot
around.
pursuit.
Oh my God, what
He's
the
in
fuck?
hot pursuit.
Whoa!
Damn, somebody got the YouTube, got the Google link.
Trying to go. Oh, I thought you were trying to hack us.
No, I was trying to because sometimes if you post the image link, it'll show the picture.
It'll put the image
Like you
in
did
there.
earlier. Yeah, that's
Yeah, like I did earlier, and sometimes it does that weird shit. That's why. Okay, I was supposed to click more images and then do the image link. Okay, that's why it did that. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Okay. It should work this time.
I do have that.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
two
No,
knowledge
it did
geography.
the same fucking thing. Well, wish I could delete that. Well, made dumb. Anyway,
Somewhere up there is my
it
knowledge.
was
Somewhere up there
4
is my knowledge.
of the gems look to be. I was trying to show a picture of an agate gem, but obviously that didn't work out. But there's 4 agates.
We can do. We could see it. We just have to copy the entire,
Right, yeah.
thing and paste it in the
Well,
browser.
it was supposed
I
to
see
just
it.
show the image like I did with the Crenshaw earlier, but you know, Google's like fuck you. And the second gem looks to be like, you know, a small ruby. But obviously we'll do appraise checks a different time. Because it's not like that's not like appraising it now matters anyway. So
the knowledge geography was. You don't need knowledge geography at all.
no, he just reminded me about appraise.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, you could roll
really
geography
Nah,
but,
then don't. I wouldn't even
yeah.
bother. If it could
I was like,
appraise
yeah,
it, then
it could
fuck
be.
it.
I forgot
Yeah.
about appraise. You could just be.
I
appraise.
really like precious stones. Precious stones are usually things that are deep underground. Beautiful things that came about because of space pressure. They also remind me of the stars, almost as if the stars, if they fell down to this world, cooled off and found its home here in the bosom of Fiorentine itself. Gems.
So what you noticed, Raw?
Yeah.
Was the edge of the chamber. You see that there is a cliff. You look down, drops about 40-45 feet down. But you notice that there are iron spikes that have been driven into the face of the cliff, which makes it easy to climb down, DC 10, to safely descend, which is what he did. When he had leapt over, he didn't do a complete jump off. He just basically like jumped over the edge, but was grabbing onto the spikes to climb down.
Roth turns back to the rest of the group. Grabs on, picks up Mokja, puts her on his back, and he jumps off.
Oh. Took me a second. I'm like, what the? Ah, he has.
I know what he did.
Yeah, he has
I know what he did.
the ring
Yeah.
on your hand activates its magic as you slowly fall gently down to the floor below.
Yeah, no one else can do that.
Y'all figure it out.
Alex just waves.
Bye. Y'all either figure it out. Or
A great pit
continue
drops
bickering.
into darkness. Crude iron spikes have been driven to the cliff face, offering you, well, not darkness for you, you can see the bottom,
Nope.
offering you a convenient path downward, although you made it more convenient with your ring. The shaft's roof is 15 feet above the cliff's edge. Jagged stalactites hang from the ceiling.
I didn't catch up to the Grimlock yet.
And
That's
if
crazy.
the PCs can see the shaft's bottom, which you can see that the spikes form handholds all the way to the bottom. The shaft's floor is covered, so when you land, you notice that the floor is covered with loose debris, a few shattered stalactites, and a number of stalagmites. And
You see a Grimlock trying his hardest to hide amongst. Trying to catch up to this. Trying to stop him from doing what I think he's trying to.
what's your perception bonus?
Plus 21.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's plus 17, but for Sabuna, it's plus 21.
It's plus
'Cause I
17.
switched it back.
It's plus 17 for you.
17 for me, 21.
She gets it because you know she loses it when she's more than 5 feet away, right? Like it ends completely. She doesn't get it. She's got to stay within
I got rid of.
spell.
Companions.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna
Alright,
regret that. I was
so-
like, he's gonna regret losing that.
Yeah. She's actually.
Because you have her move around a lot in the battle, so it's not like she's always next to you, especially when you got her flanking.
Honestly, the real reason why it's gone is because she got frightened. Let's be real. I blame you.
Yeah, but if she flanks,
'Cause I'm
she's
usually
not.
on
She's
her
more than
ass.
she's more than 5 feet away from you.
When did she ever get a chance to flank? This night. Tonight.
They said tonight. She's flanked before. Let's see. So you notice
At level
that
4,
hiding
that's
amidst the rocks and debris are Grimlocks, waiting patiently. They are up on a ledge that is accessible by another series of spikes driven into the wall that leads up to their perch. The shelf they stand upon runs the entire length of the cliff face opposite Area 3 at the height shown on the map.
So Roth stands among all these.
Oh, I
Grimlocks
see.
by himself,
Okay,
like-
I see where they're at. That is a weird map. Okay. So they're on that ledge.
Roll initiative or
Leading from the tunnel at Area 15 to their perch.
I think only Roth sees him at the time.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
I see where they perched. Okay. That is a weird map. That is something I gotta study. That we all gotta study.
He said we all gotta stay.
Because they
Pull it up. How crazy.
they drew the map like two different ways. They drew it like they drew it as a side profile.
Oh, this is like freaking
Because it's
that
supposed to
room
be
in the
it's supposed to
Whispering
be
Cave
it's supposed to be a
at the end.
U-shaped cavern. Actually, let me actually have it down here, so this is gonna be annoying to navigate. I mean, I see what they're trying to do, but it's creative. It's just a pain in the ass. Okay, so according to the map, so apparently Roth was here and then jumped down. So
Okay.
he's down.
Jumped.
So he's down here.
It's like a Castlevania map.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. It's like side scrolling right
Gotcha.
now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he's down here.
Two.
According to the description, the Grimlocks are on this ledge, hiding amongst some stalagmites and stalactites that were there. And the only way for them to access this ledge was they were in this. They were
I see the little
cabin,
pikes
and
over
and they climbed up these pikes to get onto the
Yeah,
ledge.
those pikes right there. Yeah, they probably use that to jump
So
there.
what they're
to
doing
climb
is
up
they're
here.
up here.
Where are we up? Are we up here?
You guys are
I
still
think we're
up
up here,
yeah.
Roth is probably down here.
And
Yeah.
Roth, he jumped down here with Mothjaw.
I can't glide forward with my featherfall.
Nope. Slowly go down.
It's a ring falling, not a
I
ring
thought you
of
could
Yeah, it's a
do it.
fall, not a glide. Right.
Can't glide.
Not a glide,
Can't glide.
I mean, if you rolled a jump check and jumped 20 feet across, then you would fall
Oh,
from
well,
here.
that's awesome.
But I don't see why Roth would have wanted to do that. Like
Well,
he
I
didn't.
have dark vision. I could have seen them sitting here. Like I don't know why my vision would not.
You probably didn't have line of sight until you dropped down. Because you said I'm going over there and just jumping down. And I think while you were going down, that's when you saw them with your perception.
Yeah.
On your way down, probably.
Yeah.
I'd say I probably would say I'd say
I understand, man. Look, up here, man.
Hey,
Let Lewis,
if you
let
look
Lewis
straight,
tell us what's going on.
there's
Let Lewis tell us
there's a
what's going
lot
on.
of
There's no
stalagmites
line
and
of sight down here.
stalactites in the way. Yeah, you didn't even have like these
look
motherfuckers
at this
had.
huge cannon. I mean, the map is very self-explanatory. Like, how the hell can you see from here?
I'd say
all the way down here.
I'd say about halfway down was when he noticed these motherfuckers were
Exactly.
like right there, and
Okay.
so when he landed, they're
All right.
they're making their attack, which he's aware of, fortunately for him.
Forge.
What are these little spikes? Like a ladder? These things over here?
Yeah, those are those iron spikes that that's like dug into. It's been hammered into the
Like
rock wall.
when you're like climbing mountains and people put like spikes to be able to climb up. Oh, that's why we needed ropes. It reminded me of Eldrick's note. Remember, like ropes, probably for this place here.
But according to this description, okay, it's supposed to be a horseshoe cavern. I don't know what a horseshoe cavern.
I think they mean that because
what the hell's a horseshoe?
It looks like a U. It looks like a U shape.
Oh, I see.
Now, apparently, this is the
Well, like this, like it's a U. Wait,
I don't know what they intended this map to be. Like, I don't know what kind of viewpoint this was apparently supposed to be.
Is this what you mean? Like a U? There's a U right here. Like, oh, somebody got ahead of me. Like a U.
Yeah. Area 51.
I guess that's supposed to be the bird's eye viewpoint of it. I guess.
Yeah, that's like a sewer tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Area 14. Area 15.
I see it now.
That's how I would see it, like a sewer tunnel, bird's eye view.
Okay, Area 14, Area 17. Okay, so this up here, this map here, corresponds to this. Okay, I see what they're doing now. Corresponds to this area down here.
Yep.
Down here?
Yeah, down here.
Okay.
Got it.
They didn't leave a space for the little gap in the map on the
Huh?
first.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's because this is like supposed to be like you land down here, you look up, there you can see like a cavern entrance up here, up above,
Mm.
and you can see the pythons sticking out in the walls here so that they can climb up onto this ledge up here. That's how they got up there, because there is an opening up here that leads, middle
There's
of the
an
tunnel.
opening, and then those little spikes there also. They
Yeah.
probably hop up there to climb.
But they don't account for this.
I'm curious. How
Um,
do we get up here from down here?
Climb.
Probably might have to throw a grappling hook over there or some shit.
Shit.
Probably. Well, that's gonna be for next week because it's 2:30.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
That's,
Next week. Yeah, these
I do
what are
want to
they
figure
they're
stuff out.
aiming they are aiming bows. Actually, no. They have
Right, they're
bows.
aiming
They
bows.
have bows, but
Both make sense.
their right hand is holding some sort of bag.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Tanglefoot
Said
bags
some
for that
bag.
ass.
They were trying to catch people sleeping, come climbing down here, so we could fall
Yeah.
off. After that,
Right.
there's gonna be range combat.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay right up there. Pluck them.
Lucian, you're gonna have to give us direction. No, aim over here,
Yeah.
guys. This how you aim. Range aim.
Right. Right.
Yo, I wish we
Yeah,
had that training, the thing
that
you're gonna train us now.
training, right?
Yeah, that would have been helpful right now.
The spotter one. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
that
get that one. So.
instead
Wish
of
Waylon
plus
was here
four,
to blow
instead
them
of plus
motherfuckers
four
up.
instead of plus 4 to cover bonus, it'll be only plus 2 to cover bonus. That'd be clutch right now. Lucian's gonna hit no matter
Dude,
what, but like for like everyone else though.
Right. It's for everything else.
Lucian over
Is,
here
is,
cleaning up where we fucking up.
everyone else that their range attack is like kind of lackluster?
Mhm.
So guys, next week I'm gonna be on vacation with the fam from Takana. No, but I'm taking my laptop with me. I'm assuming that
Oh,
they
okay.
probably have fast
Nani?
internet. So so Thursday
Okay.
night, if for whatever reason it's not working, or I'll let you guys know the day before, like Wednesday,
All
if I
right.
can. Yeah, if I can,
It's
if,
like
if it's like an activity.
vacation. Nah, D&D comes first, honey. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Going on the East Coast?
uh playing D&D is like vacation also. So I'm gonna try to make it.
For real.
Right.
For real.
Yes,
And it's late
sir.
at night anyway. I mean, unless you guys
It's late.
plan on
It's late at night. No, well, with the
Uh,
fam, right? Like I'm not gonna be out at night at 10, 11 with the twins, unless it's
right.
like a show. They
Right.
have usually these resorts that have shows going on.
Right.
But yeah, but 10, 10:30. If anything, the latest I'll be 11. I'll be back. So, but I just hope they have good internet down there. That's all.
11. Yeah,
But
that's still like 10 my time. So yeah, you're good. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's still
Oh,
it's still
okay.
it's still
Okay.
it's still East Coast. It's East Coast time.
Okay. I made
It's
a
Dominican Republic.
Cabin's floor is passages. Okay, I made a mistake. So this passage down here is actually 10 feet wide, but 8 feet high.
10
So
feet wide, 8 feet high.
that map I showed earlier does not correspond to that bottom one. It actually
Oh.
it actually corresponds to this tunnel, but you don't know that because you're not in there. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
But
had
we
it
wouldn't
right.
know that yet.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that yet.
I'm curious, how do we even get there though? How do we even get there? Because I know that we'll climb down here. How the hell how are we supposed to climb up there?
Right. If you
I don't
yeah,
see no
Look at
spike.
that.
if you manage to get up
Are
there,
we gonna
yeah.
have to sit line? We're gonna have to sit line, throw like a grappling hook like Batman down there, like and then sit line. Yeah, where's Batman when you need him?
Oh shit.
That grappling hook would be clutch.
Yeah. We got rope though, so someone.
Oh, a whole bunch of rope.
To...
We got like 6 hems of ropes now.
This place is gonna have us literally scaling.
Yeah, I think you guys got 3. I think you collected 3 hempen ropes from the Banite.
Yeah.
And then
So
whatever you
Frida had
have.
one, and so
whatever-
Frida had one. Then there was 3 more. I don't know if anyone else had any additional.
you
So
guys
that's
got
4
about
that we have.
200 feet
That's
of
4.
rope.
200 feet, yeah.
I was just thinking it sure would have been I could summon something that I could use to
with.
like fly or
Oh, like
climb
spider climb.
from.
Spider climb.
Dave said if he did a superhero landing, he gets a free round of the Grimlocks being confused. It's in the he said
Oh, you know what?
it's in the
If
rule
there was
book.
some,
I'm pretty sure.
you know what? If there was some monk here, don't monks get like the at least a traditional monk? Don't they get like long jump? They can like just leap across.
Oh hell yeah! They get
Yeah, like
they got a high jump a high jump
bonus. Yeah,
ability. Yeah.
a monk would just like jump down here like no problem, and just start knocking
If I
people out.
could summon
Right.
like a big
He'd be able to.
python,
Yeah.
I
Monk would
could
jump from this sledge to this
Yeah,
sledge, and then just
right. And
climb
even if
down
even
into
if the
here.
monk and they got slow fall too, so even if they missed
They'd be pulling some
the ledge,
daredevil shit
they
pretty
could just
much.
slow fall. They could just slow fall down and not get hurt. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Monks are
The
pretty
slow
awesome.
fall too.
Yeah, they got that slow fall. They could do that daredevil type crap.
But all
All
right.
right, guys.
Next
GG's.
week.
Great session. So yeah. So next week I'll try my best to make it. But if I can't, I will definitely know like the day before because I get there on Wednesday. So I'll try out the internet and everything the night before.
Bet.
All right.
All right,
Cool.
Patrado. Good night,
All
y'all.
right, guys.
man.
Good night, everyone.
Alrighty.
Good night, man. I had mad fun. That was some good ass roleplay.
Yeah, man. Good night, y'all.
The alignment, son.
The alignments have shown.
That surprised me though. I really thought that the Roth and Sophia will be more in the same line since they both have that lawful aspect. Adler and Sophia, I knew that eventually something was gonna happen there. It's chaotic neutral, lawful good. It's not meant to happen. Hi, Lou. Have a good night.
Yeah, his lawful neutral was
Yeah, that surprised me. I really thought that Roth and Sophia were the ones that were gonna be most of the time on the same page.
well, yeah, me too.
That character surprised me. I'm
I
like,
think
whoa.
I think what he was trying to say, like, I think because he's lawful neutral, but like I think his version of lawful neutral is like the church's first, so he follows the church's stuff, and to him, the Grimlocks aren't his concern because they were adversaries to deal with, and whatever happens to them happens to them. If they meet death, that's so be it. That was that was their time
that's
to
fine.
die.
So Sophia's
And
fine with that also, where they died and so forth. But
Sophia's her being a paladin foremost, lawful good, despite whatever deity. She's still a paladin, and that like so like seeing
you could use this. You could
right,
use the same argument. Let's say let's say that Grimlock that we killed, right? It's already dead. Duh. But what if somebody tried to do what do they call this term? Necrophilia, like try to rape it, fuck it, even though it's dead. it's almost like the same thing, but it's like, whoa, hold on, that's morally wrong. Even though the soul went on, but it's just a meat sack now. But still, it's wrong.
Yeah, well, it was a situation of everything that she said. It was like, listen, they were adversaries. We beat them. There's nothing else more to do at that point. You're just being, sinful in a way. Like you're being vindictive. Or you're being all these things that are unnecessary. They've been beaten. I'd say let's just stabilize them and move on, and let fate take care of them. And then it's like she said, they have a society. They have children. They might have children. They have,
Even if they have wargs there, direwolf, that's part of nature, comes and devour them. That's one thing.
I guess you know what it is. You know what it
Yeah.
is. When Sophia learned about their history from Luna, she probably didn't really see them really as like monsters.
She sees them as humans. They used to be humans before.
They used to be humans, and she just sees them as a product of their environment. This is just how they are. There's no reason to fucking eat them and mutilate them and do all that. There's like it's like zero respect for
Paladins are not about senseless. Paladins are not about senseless violence. Look what happened with Feldrick. He's lawful evil. I'm gonna presume lawful evil.
Oh hell yeah.
But if he's not breaking the law, if he's not like outrightly like murdering people, a paladin has no right to do anything about that. Hey, they're paying their taxes and so forth. Yeah, they might be wicked, they might be selfish, but they're following the law, and it is what it is. Now, if you're chaotic good, and let's say like you're a fanatic of Tur, chaotic good, a crusader, right? Now that's a different story. You're a fanatic. You use like you'll kill anyone that's an enemy of the faith. But paladins, I don't see that in that regard. But yeah, that surprised me though. Like with Roth, that really surprised me. I did it. What did not surprise me is Samuels being Samuels. That did not surprise me at all.
Right.
But I thought, oh my god, the last 5 years, Vindicators never out of character ever had an argument ever. In character, yes, they had their differences. Mesor, Philatenum, Claudius, but never. You know that Lewis is true. Out of character, never had a fight or whatever or debate.
What?
It
Oh,
was always in
out of
character.
character. Oh, you
Yeah,
mean when Matt
yeah.
Samuel was playing?
No, was Mass Samuel? Yes, I'm talking about like when the rest of us like were playing. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, well, because I've listened to some videos. There were some out of character. Not a lot, but there was definitely quite a few. I was like,
oh, after he left,
no, while he was in it.
no, while he was in it, right? But
Yeah,
after
while
he
he was in it,
left,
yeah. No, after he
well,
left.
after he
No,
left,
after he left,
never,
yeah, there was zero.
never.
There was zero.
We
Yeah,
played
right,
for
yeah.
5 years in a row. There was zero ever. I don't remember, to my
No,
recollection,
yeah, there was
ever
zero.
being any fight.
I
You
was
know.
well, I waited a while because I was like, okay, this will die out soon, and they kept going,
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, I
I
think I
apologize,
need to
Louis.
I need to jump in at
I
some
wanted to
point.
be silent. At one point, I was silent for like 5, 6 minutes, but he just kept rambling. I'm like, man, I can't help it.
I guess I
There's only
wanted.
so much
I was
patience
just.
I have.
I guess I was just being patient, letting it die out naturally. But I was like, wait a second, this is Matt Samuel we're talking about. So I was.
And he doubled down. You know, I like conflict. I like conflict. He says it. I'm like, I love conflict. I strive for this. So it's like, oh man, let me stop
uh,
because he really is thriving off of this. It
he
was getting
said
too
he
boring.
was like
He likes that.
this guy said, hey, it happens, it's gonna happen. It's like, dude, just take
Yeah,
he didn't want to take accountability. Like, it's like,
yeah. He knew
come
it was
on.
gonna happen. He was wishing for it, hoping for it. Yeah,
You
I'm
knew
like,
you
whoa.
it's like you knew it was
like,
gonna happen,
that.
so that
Like
means
I
you
said,
know
I'm
how
living.
you know how to stop it. You know, if you
That's
knew it
it.
was gonna happen, that means
Exactly.
you also know how to stop
Yeah.
it. You just didn't
It
want
it,
to. Just admit
it
you did.
took
Just, you know,
yeah.
that's all you had to do.
Didn't
Just
want
admit you
right.
didn't want to,
It
dude.
it
Like
it took away from
he was enjoying that.
he loves it. He loves throwing. He likes stirring shit. He gets a rise out of that. It's unfortunate though because I really wanted to. I hate the way that it was left unresolved, like with Adler and Sophelia, because I guess like maybe out of character I was getting a little irritated with Samuels, so probably I wasn't able to like connect and dialogue with like Adler as much as I wanted to.
I could see
You
it
know,
as Sophia like putting it on a shelf and coming back to it, like, you
yeah.
know,
Eventually she's like, you know what, mission
when
first.
it's just her and
We're gonna
Adler
yeah
next time.
yeah. So Louis, from your perspective, is that considered? How would like a paladin like deal with it? If I know like okay once or twice, but then if someone keeps offending her code, that means that she has to step away from a situation like that, correct? Be like, wait, we cannot work together. Like it'll come to something like that, correct?
I
Or
mean,
is that not? Or
it's
is that not
well, no,
considered good?
it's a matter of like if the acts that they keep doing is it turning them evil, and that's why she's got detect evil. The minute she'll have to keep checking on, um,
Like, because I was
she'll
already
have to. I mean, she'll have to pull a Batman. She'll have to keep checking on them, make sure they're not evil.
because just to prepare you, she's already thinking ahead. Because she's a new paladin, so she's gonna ask for guidance, advice from her mentor, Elgita.
Right.
And she's gonna describe what happened in this quest. Okay, everything's success, whatever. Let's assume the mission went well, but then she's gonna have that concern. At first everything's going good with the group. However, this happened. How should I proceed? Should I disassociate myself from them, or well, from him, and or should I? So you already know. Heads up, it's not gonna catch you by surprise. He's gonna ask for like guidance regarding that.
Oh hell yeah.
And then I guess, and then that could happen. Like, well, that's why you've been blessed with the ability to be able to check for evil. If the intent is not malevolent, then it's a fine line. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
but
skirting the line, like
because she's not an expert. She's not a scholar. She's not an expert like Paladin. So even like the code, she's been abiding to it. But hey, maybe certain things she's not even grasping correctly, or maybe she's being a little gun ho in certain things. And then in other things that she should be gun ho, she's not. She's loose because she's a little lax sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Like certain things, she's like, oh, nah. Let's say like undead. A paladin sees an undead, and they're like, oh, gotta kill all undead. So Philia, she saw that child, Lan, Alistair Land spoke to her, and she was able to dialogue with him and see, oh, okay. And I don't think she sensed any evil from him either. Probably
Nah,
another paladin,
yeah.
even if it's not evil. Hey, this shit is a freaking undead. I'm freaking taking you out. So depending the kind of paladin, maybe like a paladin of Tur, right? Or even a paladin of Kalimvor also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But
right.
but yeah, I could see Roth's reasoning for not bothering to get involved with what Adler was
Yeah.
doing.
If he said what he had to say and then like leave, like that's fine. I'm used to like Roth being like that. But then he had to add a little bit of like
I think what started it what started it was
it confused me because I was having a
what
difficult
what started
time
was he was
distinguishing between in character and out of character.
what started it was him defending Adler. He could have
Yeah,
just
that didn't make no sense.
he could have just been, I guess
Adler has high charisma. He could defend himself.
I think Roth could have just I think with Roth he could have just been like, you know what, Sophia, you deal with that how you want. I could care less either. I could care less about this, and then walk away.
Yeah, like
I,
someone that normally doesn't care and walks away all the time, why he chose
but
this
you know
moment
what?
to care?
You know what?
Yeah.
He did say it during the role play. He did say why he stuck up for him, because I forgot the exact
He said
words
that
he said. He said something
he was
about like,
saying
I
that
understand how it feels to be
persecuted.
That's what it was. He felt, yeah.
Persecuted.
Yeah.
And
Normally,
I'm like, how has she persecuted him?
Normally he would have just like, said, I'm not dealing with this. This ain't my concern, and walk away. But he took it personally when it came to Adler. So it looks like he's like Roth is developing like a mutual, I guess, like sense of empathy with Adler in that respect. He probably doesn't want to see Adler getting, bullied for things that aren't things to, that aren't really things to really worry about. But in Sophia's case, she's like, hey, you guys can't be doing shit like this. Where's the line? For Sophia, it's like, hey, line's got to be drawn, because
right.
what if you step over it? If you
if
step
I let
over it,
that- if I
then
let
as
that
a
happen,
paladin, I
nobody-
got to deal with
right.
you, and I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have my friend become my enemy, is what her concern is. So, I mean, that's that's how I interpreted that entire situation, um which that whole thing would have ended a lot faster had I jumped in and said that, and just said all that, like, oh, Ruff's doing this because of this, and Sophia's doing this because of that, and Adler, now you guys can move on because that's the situation, instead of everybody getting confused about what's going on or whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, I see that's how the whole situation is with that. That is interesting. Well, knowing that, now Sophia and Roth know, how to move on from, with that ordeal. But all right.
Right. Hi, Lou.
All right. I'll catch you later.
Catch you later, bro. Have a good night.
You too, bro. Peace out.